Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
I'm warning you now. Today, tonight, or tomorrow, go to all your honey holes out there in Western Springs. All of them. Hit them all up real quick because Marco coming. What is going on, Pete? What a day, what a week. Double drop.
It's a long week already. It's only Wednesday.
Quick. I didn't go to all the shops today because there's a double drop today on and that was kind of a lot of the talk of it. But we'll talk about the comic book shops in a little bit. A couple things that are going on there. And actually, like, weird winner today. Looks like we might have some DC winning, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I see the chat's going crazy. BK, you got to step up your game, dude. Astro's taking over troll the chat, dude, by far. His game, BK, you're like you perfect. You got to be from Brooklyn because like Brooklyn's always talking about how great they are when other dudes are always doing work. And it seems like Astro's putting the work. He put the shoes on. He got the Air Force Ones going on. BK's in some like broke ass Yeezys, looking just silly as hell, dude. Silly as hell. Let's say hi to the crazy chat. I'm probably one of the best and craziest chats out there.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Started off with Ronnie, who loves the rants. He's an obsessed Star Wars fan because of it. Good. I'm glad. I hope people do become Star Wars fans, even if you're wrong Star Wars fans, like some of our chat is. Hey guys, I'm here in the chat and then making a little replica. Okay, good. Astro Wizard. Make sure you're checking him out. Make sure you're following him too on the IAGs. Hey, Astro.
That ad is awesome.
Ryan, this is awesome. Yeah, make sure you shoot. Make sure it shoots first. That's key. Well, they can change that, so I guess they can change anything in Star Wars nowadays and just make garbage. Marco, aka Angry Man Rants, should be Nuclear Apper episode 4. Well, we'll talk about episode 4, and we'll cover Miss Marvel too. We caught both of them today. Me and Pete did, and we're actually having JJ come on too.
Yeah, he caught both. He said too.
Good. That's good. Ronnie's here. Amen. Okay, Ryan, good. Astro, good. Marv agrees. Okay, well, everybody's got buttholes. Eric, here you go. All right. You. I'm not reading all your chats, but I just saw the one that said that I bet Marco reading. Yep, nope, probably not. That was actually Pete here saying hi. And okay, Sticks, good to see you. Sticks, did you get the because I know you play Fortnite. Did you get the Fortnite book? We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. AOA got Starstruck Eyes and Love Eyes.
Lovey-dovey eyes.
Okay, so is that a thing? What does this mean?
You're
starstruck and in love? Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's good. I can sense anger. Okay, Ken, what do we got? Don't have IG or a smartphone, so I can't share my art that one. But I did change my avatar. Oh, there you go. Nice piece of art you got there. All right, do my fan art. Maybe I'll do that each week. That sounds good, Ken. Just remind us, say, hey, changed it, and then for a couple of weeks we'll get into it. Joe, good to see you, sir. Joe, are you out there? Are you out there in the what state are you in there, Joe? All right. Sticks, Ken, Happy Wednesday. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Okay. That's good enough to go through. We'll read through some of the comments a little bit later. You go for the gusto. So, anyways, speaking of comic book, well, hit the thing. Let's hit the thing. Let's talk about
all right, yeah, we gotta hit the thing. I made the thing, so we gotta run the thing.
VA. Okay. Hey, Darth. Good to see that you're still lost. Okay, so this is the thing. Went to a couple of them. And it started off like kind of lame, like everybody like, no big deal. There wasn't. So this week, for those people that didn't know, the Fortnite Marvel crossover book came out. And I really thought it was going to be like, do you guys remember what's up, Matrix Comics? Do you remember the DC one where it was like every soccer mom and their cousins were like stabbing each other? They were like, they all had their fake Louis Vuitton bags and they were whacking everybody with it and throwing their little lattes at each other. Well, that didn't happen this time. There's hardly anybody there.
Yeah, that was crazy though. Like, there was so much falling around.
For a while. Oh my God, yelling, trying to buy books out from other people.
It was like $50 the week that thing came out, just for the stupid code.
I actually gave 2 away to people who had younger kids. Well, I didn't give it away. I sold it to them for. Well, one person actually ripped me off because I sold it to them back for cover price, but they didn't pay the taxes on it. which isn't much. It's only 60
I didn't even get it because I don't play Fortnite and I didn't care all that much. The shop owner was like, "Hey, do you want one?" I'm like, "Nah, it's all
Oh,
right."
well, yeah, I had already pre-ordered some, so I knew it was coming. I knew it was gonna be something big. So, but I always do this with the gaming stuff. So then I had hit a couple, and then I sold back, and then the one couple actually offered to pay, and then the other one didn't offer, and then didn't pay. I was like, "Well, how much is it?" And I was like, "Well, the plus tax," and then they just gave me the regular amount. Didn't even ask. I mean, I didn't want to change anyways, but I think they saw me do it. Oh, well, either way, it doesn't matter. But this time there was hardly any people there except for a lot of books and people going, and like older fat dudes with like like I don't even know, are they mullets anymore? They're like it's almost a mullet where the hair's like shaggy-ish on the top, but it's longer than like short, you know what I mean? And like, but it's definitely
Where
like
is it
rat
short?
taily. Well, it's like down, like if they let go, it'd be like down to here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then they pull it back and then they put it in this dirt tail that hasn't been washed for a while. And then it's like all the way down to their back. So it's like it's almost like if you were like in the 80s and you had the perm, if you're an 80s rocker with the perm, but then you didn't get the perm for a week because your hair's not as long on the top as it is in the back. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like somebody who used relax, like instead of perming out their hair, like they just let it go and they kind of, it smell a little bit, looks a little dirty and grimy. So like that's who is taking them this week. But there's still so many that come by. It's like Twig 2. There's Twig 2s like shit stacked on top of Twig 1s. And I mean, there's still Twig 1. I mean, who the fuck fell for that Twig 1 bullshit? I mean, you're out of your shit. But anyways, so DC gets a W for that because DC came out with it first. They did a great job. And this is what I don't understand about Marvel. And Stick might know this. If you're going to do something like that, like come up, yeah, let your soul glow.
We'll get to that a little bit
We'll
later.
get to that later because that's one of the show. We're also doing 80s and then what I don't even know how the boys are going to explain what we're doing for ranking.
It's a long gestating 80s sequel.
There we go.
So a property that started in the 80s where the sequel came much, much later. Anyway.
No, I'm not AOA. My daughter's a fashionista though, and she tells me these things. So here's the thing. They won that one. But what I'm wondering here is like, we know,
can't say without stomping your feet though. Sexual chocolate.
We know for a fact, like,
damn, that boy
is like they already did DC already did a Facebook, right? So they've already beat him twice now. They've killed him already with the Fortnite thing. Then they did the Why wouldn't you go out and get the doc and put? Because I actually read the Marvel Fortnite crossover. It's dumb as dog shit. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's not. I don't understand the point of it. Like the Batman book at least made some sense. It was at least something new. The characters were good. This one is like, oh, Patch is in there, then Spider-Man, and some of the Ventures. Miss Marvel's or Captain Marvel's in there, and it's a hog. There's some agent, somebody who nobody gives a fuck about. Like, why wouldn't you, if you're gonna do it, come over the top? Get like a Timmy the Tap Man. Get like put some weight behind it if you're Marvel. I actually have to say that DC has been doing a better job of this right now. They killed it on the Fortnite book. They got the Facebook off the ground, and they've done actually pretty good. The other thing that DC did really good this week, this was actually the only book people were talking about this week. The only book they were talking about was Dark Crisis.
Dark Crisis.
Dark Crisis. And so I picked one up and read one. And if you guys didn't know, I got a couple pictures for it. So we'll put a couple down. And, this is something we might do too. We might put a poll out there for whatever you guys' favorite book is every week, and we might talk about it. So we might do a poll starting in the morning, and by the evening, we'll make sure we pick up a copy.
Yeah, we'll pick the book and make sure we review it.
Spoiler alert. I mean, shit, dude. DC, for the jerk offs that they are, they fucking pulled a win today, man. We got a new Justice League, which looks like a bunch of jerk offs, and it is. It's like,
hey, Killer Frost finally made it.
Which one's that girl?
Frozen.
The Frozen girl. She wants a new chance. They got the Aqua Kid, but not Aqua Lad, but the new Aqua Lad or whatever. They got Damien in the background brooding. They got this John. I have no clue who the woman is.
Which one?
The woman on the top with the black
Dr. Light. The female Dr. Light?
It's a female Dr. Light. All right. Who's Frankenstein in the background?
I don't.
Where's Corban?
Could be Frankenstein.
Everybody. Oh, okay. Frankenstein and Robertson. Perfect.
It could.
And there's a guy with wigs. Who cares? either way, they formed a new Justice League because the whole old Justice League is done. They actually have like a little sinister thing going on. I'm not going to ruin the entire book. It's pretty good. But then one spot, and close your eyes if you don't want to see it. Then this actually happened in it too, and I think this was a bigger talking point. Somebody took one to the head, but it was actually good writing and made sense why it was happening. And yes, that is who Rob Liefeld copied off of to make Deadpool. Yes, that's him right there. You know, was it Wade Wilson or was it Slade Wilson? I don't know. Oh, it's Slade. Okay, all right. Pretty cool little ending there too.
So he was Frankenstein.
All right. Well, he's part of the new Justice League. They do have the Teen Titans in there, obviously. For those people that didn't know, that was Beast Boy there that just got 86th. But the writing, I've always had a lot of books in DC, not the stuff that you used to have where you were doing the noir stuff or the dark stuff. What was that? The Vertigo stuff. But ever since Vertigo left, I think that DC's always had kind of a pacing problem and a preachiest, like we're DC, so we just put words on it. Word salad, a lot of fucking word salad. That's how people are explaining Dark. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, Astro, it was. Bunch of words out. Just put words out there because if you say enough words, maybe people are going to think you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Maybe think you had something to say.
Yeah, right. But they DC books usually don't. But in this one, they even kind of poke fun at like Red X. They poke fun at like some of their failures. And they did a really good job of writing it. Now listen, I'm not saying that the next one will be big, but when you go in and the DC heads are squawking, you're like, oh shit, what is it? Bat Wang again? Batman exposes penis. Like, what are we going to get into? Like, that's their big thing. They were squawking because I didn't go yesterday. And then I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll read it. So I was sitting there listening to them and I was like, don't spoil Miss Marvel. Yeah, I already saw it. Kenobi. And I was like, whoa, shut up. I'm going to read this book real quick. And I read it and I was like, damn, you put a W on the board for fucking DC. And then they said, hey, did you see then the trailer came out for Black Adam. I don't know if that's in the news or whatever. Did you watch that?
Oh, yeah, the trailer.
It's another fucking W. Dude, they're walking around big.
They give us a Marvel movie?
Well, yeah. No, they did. That's what they fucking did. No,
like straight up, like the music, the ship flying in. Like, hey,
it's a Marvel action movie. The whole fucking scenes of them flying into the sea. They did a fucking Avengers.
The humor at the window, rolling up with like,
man, they came with it. You're like, holy crap, they are just walking around with that big today, man. They're going like, woo, everybody duck. Just get out of the way. The Anaconda, I don't want none or whatever they say, but it's coming, dude. DC is looking good. DC is looking good. So that was the big talk in the shop today. I don't know if anybody else's shops are different than that, but like, man, that and everybody's making jokes about Soccer Mom's not showing up. And they were not too happy at the comic shops I went to because they ordered heavy for that. They're like, okay, grumpy ass. Like you knew this was coming.
Well, don't forget. I mean, Marvel also pushes that envelope in having how many covers did it have? Like when DC did it, I think they had their 2. So I mean, they had 2 covers.
They had 2 or 4 eventually.
Yeah, they had like half a dozen, right? At least.
I guess. I guess they had that, but like, it wasn't even that good of a Sticks. Did you buy that? Did he say he bought that book? Can somebody see what he said? I'm trying to.
What's it?
I'm just here for the rants. No, I'm not sick. Do I sound sick, man? A lot of. What's that?
Maybe it's because you're not having a rant.
I'm having a rant. I'm always ranting. Thundercats don't make top 5. Thundercats, dude, you are on crack, Lopez. So now the chat has given up on doing what they're doing.
Corban had work.
Now they're giving up on what they're doing and they're ranking their own ranking systems in the chat. This is great.
I know they already got.
It's literally we should. There's a way we could hook up a Discord phone line, and you guys could call in to the Discord, and we could just put it on here. You guys can just do your own 5 rankings, and we'll just sit here and just like listen to you guys talk.
That'd be kind of fun.
Whoa! Listen to this guy. You might get muted real quickly. You better watch it. You don't want rants. Leftover. Okay, good. I mean, I love Marvel still too. I'm just saying, like, today, the day today is DC's day. Like DC, like as far as comics, trailers. I mean, obviously they didn't have any shit out. Like, Disney Plus is still Disney Plus, and they fucking streaming service killing it. But like, yeah, dude, they fucking showed you that they know how to do the thing with the little tweener kids that love video games. They're killing the video game crossover. because their shit had soccer moms beating each other up with fake Louis Vuitton and fake ass Coach person. Who the fuck buys a fake Coach, by the way? It's only like a couple $100. Like, if you,
I wonder though, like if you look at like download numbers, I wonder like which one has like the most downloaded characters. I bet you it's not DC.
yeah, I'm wondering. No, well, I wonder. I actually do wonder that because like
I'm curious, but I don't know.
I'm curious too. I wonder that too. Fortnite comics are horrible. Yeah,
Well, that's the other thing.
really
Haven't they already had a lot of crossovers with Marvel? So
they already have. That's what I'm saying. Like,
fresh.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't as good. But like even besides that, DC did the FaZe Clan thing. Like JJ, how don't they fucking have Tim the Tatman? How does Marvel not have Tim the Tatman or the Doc? Just write the check. Just have them in the book. Because dude, we're talking. We know who those are. But could you imagine these guys? I mean, like, there's still some. Like, the summer drudges of selling are slow for resellers and the fake ass wannabe flippers. Like, I get it. But like, so the times are like prices. I mean, you did well the other day on some books that you've priced. Good job. Congratulations on your sales. But like, it's not the best time for it, right? There's always the summer dredges, especially now that people are going back on vacation. It's a selling cycle thing, right? So idiots that just bought at a lot of those cons are sitting on books and trying to sell them cheap, and they don't know why they're not selling. I get that. I won't play Fortnite till the skin. The cast of chairs.
Really I actually, to be fair, I've never played it.
I've never played it either. That's why I asked Stick, I've never played it. I don't know.
I think I played maybe 20 minutes of it cumulatively over my entire life.
But what I'm saying is, like, the moment that you can explain, and you could explain it, I could explain it, who Tim the Tatman is, or who Dr. Disrespect is, and why the importance of them showing up in a comic book might be a thing in the crossover world, like, they would go ass crazy. Like, it would be another fight between soccer moms and dudes hoarding comic books that are going to be $1 in 2 weeks because they think there's long-term. But there would actually be on this one. There would. Because I don't think FaZe Clan as a clan is more popular than they're not more popular than Tim the Tatman. They're not more popular than Disrespect. They're not more popular than Lupo. They're not. I mean, like, they're just not. Like,
some of those guys come. You got to remember too. Some of those guys come with baggage too.
They do. But I mean, not some. Almost all the FaZe Clan got busted for fucking scamming NFTs, dude. They put out a Coinbase system that they literally were ripping people off called Save the Children. They like have sued 3 of them. Like, definitely was like, hey, look, all these Coinbases are exposed. And like, I mean, that's the truth of it. There's another one that there's a bunch of stuff that's happened with those people. So they still put most of them on the cover. I mean, Nick Merckx is talking his shit. He's a piece of shit that lived in Ann Arbor over here. Like, he's still on there and he was on the front of a cover. So like, I get it, man. I get it. But like, they don't care. Like, it's kind of like the rants that maybe some people in the chats don't get. Like, do
you think there's any exclusivity there though? Like, couldn't Marvel just like, next week make like a book with FaZe Clan? Like, I mean, do you think DC locks them up to like some sort of exclusive thing?
They did sign some deal with FaZe Clan, but why wouldn't you, if you're Marvel, do this? It doesn't matter if you come out with it first. Marvel knows. If you think Marvel isn't playing for the quote unquote speculators, the assholes that don't actually spec, that just buy because a fucking alert goes off, it says like this is a first appearance, and it's like the #1 game they used to play in the fucking 90s. They know what they're doing. This fucking Tolson thing that's going on for 6 weeks now. You think it just was a miracle that they somehow dropped the fucking preview in a fucking CBR? The whole fucking shit. Yeah, whoops. We just dropped that shit so that we know because the fucking numbers on 7 were horse shit. The sales numbers on 7 were horse shit. Oh, well, let's right before FOC, let's drop the fucking back end of that. No, they're playing up to that shit now. Like the whole paper shortage bullshit. Come on, dude. People, like, it's funny we play along on our shows about that, but we can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid.
I'm still convinced that there's no real paper shortage. It's just boom. Just printing like they normally do. It's just ran out at this point.
There wasn't a paper shortage when fucking 8,000 twigs showed up. Like that might be the biggest fucking run that IDW ever in their life put out. Think about that. What book?
Image.
What book?
Image.
Image. That could rival Liefeld's. Remember what was after Westworks? What was the Liefeld book that he put out there?
Well, the second Stray Dogs, that was supposedly in the Dog Days. Was it? That was supposedly in the middle of the paper shortage.
Dog Days was in the middle of paper shortage too. Yeah. I mean, it's I mean, it is what look, it's crazy. I get it. But I'm just saying, like, Marvel better start, like, you can't sit on top and think it's easy. You better start making some moves because DC's looking like they're figuring out too. But DC looks like they're figuring out a different way. It looks like finally they're going like,
I think Marvel at this point is just like, that's interesting they did that. They'll screw it up eventually.
Yeah,
is that their attitude?
Like, I really do. Well, I think Joe was like, hey, dude, I'm fucking leaving anyways. I don't give a shit. And like, whatever, we finally got one. Like, because they did win, right? Like, you can say what you want about Marvel, but the years that DC, especially, okay, 06, Marvel comes back and uppercuts fucking DC. They fucking uppercut DC. Like, it was the end of the air. They came back with Civil War and just fucking, wait, what the fuck just happened? They did events and blah, blah. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do as DC. We're going to say that we're the best and make fun of their events. And okay, cool. Start to work on it, right? Because then, of course, Marvel said, we won't do event after event. And they fucking went and did event after event, 08, 09, 10, blah, blah. Gets around to 16 and they start doing the new because they made fun of fucking DC for the fucking rebirth. And then all of a sudden they do new now, one over and over again. DC fucking laughs at them again, goes. And then Marvel goes, yeah, but you know something? People watch our fucking movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's also the fact that I mean, as bad as some of the Marvel and stuff is, DC just can't do events. The worst was Doomsday Clock. Like that was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
That was a disaster.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they couldn't get it out. 12 issues. It was supposed to take a year, and I think it was like 18 months at least.
The run that they had on remember fucking Dark Metal? Remember the first one where it was a laughing Joker and they had the couple split offs that were actually pretty good. And then they fucking just dragged that horse shit through the mud and it took forever. And then they just buried that. Well, because they got back into the DC, we are DC fucking run. Yeah. But I think
then it was a success. So they went back to the same well, like 4 months later.
And over.
That's why there's 20 Supermans and 16 fucking Robins. And like, yeah, I mean, like, I get it. But like, eventually I think they had to learn. They actually made a joke at that. Like the guy in the book in Dark Crisis, the guy's like, why don't you grab one of the 800 fucking Robins? Like, dude, like DC's finally going like, okay, fuck it. Like we can't, I think it's a Peacemaker thing, right? Like they finally learned like, hey, because Peacemaker does show up in this book too. And he's a jackass, but they finally look like, hey, fuck man. Like we can't, if we want to keep going, we're not going to be able to keep doing this. And they're beating us. And by the way, it's not like Marvel's beating them because Marvel's doing this fucking brilliant shit, dude. They're not. Like that's the biggest secret. They're literally doing just above the bare fucking minimum. Like they're taking pass fail classes, they're passing, DC's fucking failing. That's what we're doing here. We're not fucking valedictorians of the fucking whole ass shit, right? Valid Vic. That was because of a joke earlier when he said VV. I didn't listen to
anyway.
Valedictorians. Either way. They asked. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into what that was about. Okay, so but that's it. Like, and I think DC finally starting to go off where they're figuring out.
We'll get to all this stuff in the news in a bit. But
oh, what? I didn't like Joker.
I'll tell you, I didn't really like Joker.
Yeah. Okay.
It was okay, but
I somewhat enjoyed that remake of two Martin Scorsese movies.
Yeah, it's two Martin. Exactly. So no, BK. Have you ever listened to one of my rants? If you take something and just fucking redo it. No, I don't like it. I like the original better because I'm an OG and I like original shit. And I actually got the pleasure of watching the original.
Oh, it's going to be a fun tier list later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I looked at the tier list. It's like, what the fuck is this horse shit?
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's going to be real quick. But yeah, I mean, so that's it. Yeah, no. So no, the Joker's fucking, it's pretty much trash. And it's for people that just have never seen good stuff before. But like, I get it. Like it's dumb. And like, if you just, yeah, I mean, it's okay if you like that type of stuff. So
we'll get to that.
But yeah, let's go. I mean, yeah, I've only said that like 1,000 times. This isn't a new fucking take.
All
for
right,
the 3 years, I think I've said
we'll switch over to the news.
All right, let's switch over to the news. All right.
All right. We have our news for June 9th, 2022. Starting off with the box office, as we do every week. You know what's still on top.
Maverick.
Danger Zone. It was good. I saw it on Friday. It was
I'm the only one who
actually
didn't see it.
a
Everybody
good
loves
movie.
this movie. I got to see it. Everybody says it's good.
Yeah, it's even with
really is.
even with hearing the positive reviews and the positive word of mouth, which raised my expectations a tiny bit, I still enjoyed it. But it actually, I hate how they do these weird ass records, but apparently it did set a record for lowest drop for week 2 for a movie that made over $100 million. It's a very long qualification, but I guess kind of an important one.
You should get whoever wrote that to come on our Star Wars show so they can explain some dumb shit like that too, and add 15 word salad words to fucking word salad about word salads. All right.
So, I mean, it made 90. I mean, which is a solid number. I think it only dropped maybe 30% or thereabouts from the was like 150 something.
I don't even recognize the last 2 movies on the list. I mean, I know what Downton Abbey is, but I didn't know there was a movie out.
The Bad Guys is a cartoon, like with the wolves and the something. 2 cartoons in there.
Yeah.
With Bob's Burgers. But yeah, so it's on number 1 again. So it'll probably no, not this week because Jurassic World comes out. So it had a nice run. Now, this was, I thought, kind of interesting because even though the headline is kind of weird reading, basically what it's saying is they're not rushing a Top Gun 3 out yet. They have the opportunity, but they're not like, hey, Top Gun 3 is greenlit, let's go.
Didn't rush number 2, that's for sure. So.
But think about how many movies do that, you know? They just, we had a success, we're doing another one. Do you have a story yet? No, but we're doing another one. So we'll see. They have an opportunity to make.
Tom Cruise ain't never dying. He's a fucking alien, so.
Well, they set it up. He can hand it off if they really wanted to. We can get our tickets on Monday. So if you want to get your Thor: Love and Thunder tickets, they go on sale on Monday.
I'll probably. What day is this coming out? You know they've been doing those like Wednesday weird drops.
I think it's July 8th. I don't know what day of the week it is.
I'm gonna go see this. I'm excited to see this. I love this young lady as an actress too. When she's done with this, can she come over and do Star Wars stuff? Seriously, why not? She's good.
Well, she got to finish up Westworld.
Westworld's not done yet?
I don't know. I think it's done, and then season 4's coming.
You better hope she doesn't go fucking DC. If she goes to DC, it's over. Game, set, match.
True. I did not see the second Borat movie, so I don't know who this girl is, but apparently she was pretty popular in the new Borat movie, but she's going to be in the Guardians movie. Maybe she's Moondragon if the other girl's not Moondragon. Who the hell knows?
Good stuff, bro. Keep it moving. Does anybody? Nobody knows who it is. Good. All right.
Deadpool 3 is actually saying Marvel has been supportive of their R-rated.
You want to know why? Because it's cheap to make and it makes shit tons of money. Of course. Well, that's the one thing I think people always forget. They'll put out any piece of crap as long as it makes some money, dude.
But it's Disney. Like Disney was always no.
Since what, dude? What are you talking? That's been no. That's been
you had to go to their special little. You had to go Miramax. You had to go. No. We gotta. You want to do that? You got to do that over here.
Well, yeah, till the guy from Miramax was raping people.
Well, yeah, then they said, okay.
We're dealing with
put the kibosh on that.
Yeah. That was Quasar. It could be Quasar. That would be funny, BK. He said that last actress was going to be Quasar. It could be female Quasar or male Quasar, maybe. Who knows?
It was both of them. Wasn't there? Quasar was also female, right?
There was, yes.
Yeah, well, Phil Lavelle was a female.
Yeah, Phil Lavelle or whatever.
Yeah, or you could make it like. I mean, to be honest with you, it's Quasar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quasar. Yeah.
It could be Wendy Vaughn instead of Wendell.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That might break the fucking bots on the internet to say some dumbass shit, but like realistically, I don't think it.
I don't think it really matters. I get your point.
If you're standing on the hill of dying on Wendy versus Wendell.
For Quasar.
Oh, Marco can't wait for this.
Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
There shouldn't be a second. Listen, as much as I enjoyed the first one, how stupid it is, there should not be a second one.
No, I don't think there is. This is actually just Leto having fun.
Enjoyed.
No,
I think he's just having fun with fans.
Good. Yeah, it was good. It was just one thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have to overboard shit all the time.
No,
it doesn't have to be a lot. Like, Just take it for the one thing it was. Let it go.
And I told you, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was good. It was what it should have been.
Well, we got 2 Venoms. I mean, it could be worse.
Better than the 2 fucking Venoms. I'll say that. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't have to think it's good, JJ, but yeah, I mean, like, I liked some of that fucking C-rate corny shit from the fucking 70s and 80s, and I figured this filled right in with it. I feel like that.
Well, good, because we'll get to some of that that crap again
later.
later.
The tier list later.
Oh, once we start getting to Snake Blitz, then yeah, I'm gonna love all of it, because that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like some Snake Bliston shit, and I like Snake Bliston. So, and if you don't, you're fucking wrong. So there you go.
Yeah, this is where I started getting nervous. DC, and I feel bad Corban's not here to defend them. I know you said they had some wins today at the shop, but this next run of stories has me a little nervous about your praise for DC. Why would Todd Phillips be the guy you choose to oversee your universe?
He's got a copy of shit.
Road Trip was the best movie in the world.
I mean, you took 2 great movies, you mashed them together, and I mean,
because they didn't lock up James Gunn when they had the chance.
When they should have. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why you would want Todd Phillips to be your guy.
Look at our chat right now. We've got people in our chat saying like this stuff is great, and like literally, if you watch the movie Idiocracy, it's literally the same thing. They're just using the same shit and redoing it over and over and over again. And that's what this is, this movie Joker.
Yeah, and we're going to get to another
I would almost
Joker.
rather have if you're going to pick a DC director, a guy that's been successful with DC, like why wouldn't you go with the Batman?
Yeah. As much as I make
just
fun
a successful movie, just as successful and more recent and more embedded in DC story and everything else.
It was better because it was original. That's the problem. Like, and what are you going to do for the sequel now? So what's the next Pacino movies we're going to steal from now? You know what I mean? What's the next Scorsese? Are we going to move on now? Or are we going to make this one half Star Wars, half Indiana Jones?
No, they'll do Cape Fear this time. It'll be we'll do De Niro. They'll do Cape Fear and
River together. We're going to mash those 2 fucking things together. Fine.
Simpsons already did it.
Maybe the Untouchables. Maybe we'll get a little bit of even though it wasn't Scorsese, that was De Palma, but
De Palma.
AOA. No, AOA. The problem is Hollywood, when it does get original, gets undervalued, and when it's not original, I know this is, but apparently AOA, go back and read our chat, because what they're saying here in our chat, Mr. fucking Astro Wizard, Darth Lopez, Marv, what they're all saying is they don't want new shit. They don't want developed storylines. They don't want good stuff. They want BK. They're not just trolling. They're saying that they want non-original shit. They want to be non-original. So, like, I mean,
I don't think you're gonna find anything original anymore, though. Honestly, like purely original is.
No, but it's never been purely original. It's always
ago,
I understand that. I understand. Yeah, because if you look at all the Kurosawa stuff, or even if you look before the core, it's always something to take off something else. I get a lot of that stuff, but like, at least they had. I mean, at least it wasn't so much like, oh, we're just reshooting literal fucking scenes out of other movies, just changing around the characters in it. It's the same fucking scenes, almost the same fucking dialogue, just modernizing the dialogue and then fucking redoing it and hashing it out there.
You know what? It's funny that this is like a ripoff of a Scorsese movie, because Scorsese, to me, like always, like the death of originality in Hollywood was The Departed winning an Oscar, like best screenplay and best pick, when it's like quite literally a shot for shot remake of a foreign movie that was only like 10 years old. I'm like,
but it's one thing. When American cinema has been famous for ripping off foreign cinema. We've been very good at doing it. We've been very good at doing it. It's different when we're like, we're cannibalizing, but not even cannibalizing. We're just taking parts.
It's just a remix.
I get it, but
we're wrong.
We're remaking. Yeah, we're not even remaking it. We're just tightening up the scenes. Like,
we'll get to later, but like you said, we did get the Black Adam trailer, which, I thought was good. It didn't look bad. I like The Rock, and I'd love to see The Rock in a Marvel movie, because here we go to Wakanda as we fly through the ship as we play our
Astro, tell me what's original now. Please do.
I mean, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, the Hawkman thing looks good. The back and forth looks good.
Yeah, they had.
I
You
like
had
that they
the
added a bunch of characters that are like to the mainstream people, they won't know them. Like they're not going to know
Atom
Black
Smasher
Adam.
rolling down the street.
You know what I mean? The missile thing was kind of funny.
You always gotta have something blowing up behind the rock while he walks
Yeah.
slowly towards the camera.
They had to have the missile that he caught and then blew up. Like, yeah, dude, I got it. You know what I mean? They're rolling up the thing.
So this is a bit of hope for DC movies. A little. I mean, I think it could be entertaining, but then you
Dark
follow it
Lopez.
up with things like.
I'm not disrespecting your opinion. You said it's a masterpiece. Your ranking of masterpieces is a remake. That's not how master. I think you misunderstand what the word.
I literally forgot there was a Batgirl movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Well,
Like, I
this
literally
is what I
forgot.
find concerning about it is that with the Flash moving around, they're like, we don't even know when our movie's coming out.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
No one told us to do anything.
shit.
Just keep going.
Mhm.
Or they can't get any momentum. These guys, like,
It's just like, well,
Like
I don't
this
know if
is
they have anything.
this
you
is
know,
why I
like-
want them to just make unconnected movies, unconnected stories. Just make them good. Like if you want to connect two things, like okay, connect Shazam to Black Adam. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like not everything has to be some gigantic interconnected universe like
But
the MCU.
even
Like, just give me
outside of
good
that,
stories. Good
They
movies.
also have dumb takes like this. Who the hell thinks he's too old to play Superman? He's 39.
Yeah, well, what was Christopher Reeve?
Anybody that I know.
And by the way, is he not? He's hotter with Witcher. He's hotter now than ever.
Yeah.
Why would you want to age?
I don't think he wants to go back to that though.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Like
I don't see why he would.
Yeah, well, don't give him Snyder's mopey Superman.
But yeah, this is the thing. Like you had Hemsworth at one point, right? Like after the second one, it wasn't looking so good, and then they kind of teed him up and were like, "No, we'll just change around what we're doing with you," because he had done some other movies in the meantime that were getting pretty hot, and they knew he like all the girls' panties were getting wet, right? Or guys were getting hard over him, whatever it is. But like that was happening, right? They're like, "Well, shit, we'll lock him up because we'll just make that happen." All of a sudden, Thor now wear nose clothes all the fucking time. Every fucking movie, they put a hot chick next to him. Boom.
Let him be funny. Yeah. I mean, you could make Superman lighthearted. Cavill could be funny.
Like I said, that's the thing that made Dark Crisis. DC laughed at. When has DC ever fucking laughed at themselves? Like they take themselves. They're like fucking Darth Lopez and Astro Wizard in the chat. They take themselves way too fucking seriously, man. You gotta laugh at yourself every once in a while.
Yeah.
Guys.
I'll tell you this much. Cavill takes his role super. Like, have you ever seen his interviews about The Witcher and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like he reads all the books, he reads he gets super into the role.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't that what you want though?
No, that is what you want. That's what I'm saying. Like
exactly. So the idea of letting that go is stupid. Anyway,
yeah, it's not Henry's fault. I don't like him either, AOA, but it's yeah.
Yeah, and to your point, it's just Gunn is no real update for another movie because he is enjoying doing TV. And yeah, DC missed their opportunity. So I think what he's probably going to do, he'll probably do some more Peacemaker maybe for them. Like,
how much money and flexibility? TV allows them more flexibility, obviously. But it's the opposite of what they're doing at Star Wars right now, right? Like if you do Star Wars, you're locked into doing stuff for 6 years, right?
Yeah.
Where like if you're doing TV for DC or Marvel, you can just come and go as you please. You can work on a fucking your you can work on your passion project. You can steal another Scorsese movie. You could
well, and like when you do streaming shows now, like I mean, a season in streaming is like 6 to 10 episodes.
Yeah.
You look at like that versus like what used to be a network TV season, which was like 24 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was your life.
Yeah.
If that was the case. But now it's not. Now it's 10 episodes and you can go do something else for 2 years.
Half a year of
but if you're them and you've already lost them on Suicide Squad, right? Which by the way, Suicide Squad should go to TV. Like it should. Because it would be if he did it at just go like, hey, by the way, you know what?
Well, they did it. We got Peacemaker.
A piece. I know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like you should keep going and go like, hey, Jim, since you like it so much.
Well, and didn't they plan like maybe I'm wrong, but didn't they plan like maybe it's just a rumor, didn't they plan a rat catcher show or something like that? And
maybe.
Like there were several spinoffs they had opportunities to do. But.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes our way. But we'll roll into our streaming news since we're already talking about it. And we'll get into the review later, but yeah, it's from what I hear, isn't it the highest rated
fucking
Marvel Disney Plus show right now?
About ratings, but the fucking shit was good, dude.
It was.
Yeah.
JJ,
liked it.
No, I liked it actually. I was pleasantly surprised.
I would. Yeah, if we're reviewing it later, I'll hold off.
Yeah. We're gonna review it later, but that's just
Like,
a little tidbit.
what was this? This might be the surprise of the fucking year.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was a surprise.
Oh, by the way, it was original, assholes. Just so you know, chat, it was original.
Well,
kind
Green
of.
Lantern a little bit, but
Get out of here. Oh, my God.
anyway, this is just kind of fun that Stranger Things brought this song back into the Billboard Top
Oh, wait,
100.
hold on. Astro Wizard's got a question.
What's
Who's
that?
the villain in Miss Marvel? Your mom. All right, next up.
Ouch.
Well, he said I'm poking, so I'm giving it to him all day today.
Oh, I see. He's playing the heel. Oh, but speaking of Netflix, we got a bunch of Sandman stuff, I guess, this week too. August 5th. There was a trailer.
I just want to see it already.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm getting nervous. I just want to see it already.
I'm really worried about this.
They're sharing, images. We'll see what the Corinthian, how he ends up seeing, I mean, here he is, but with the glasses on, you don't really get to see how if it's going to look really dumb or if it's going to work.
That's probably true, Marv. Probably right.
And I know this might be divisive, but what do you think of the gender switched Constantine?
Have you ever read Constantine?
Well,
let me explain to people who haven't read Constantine how fucked up Constantine books are, because I don't even know what gender Constantine is. There is story arcs for years that went on where Constantine was literally every end and every hole. I think that's the only way I can say it, man. So,
I think it's because they're doing a Constantine show on HBO Max, which is why I think they're not trying to confuse people. So I think that's why we're getting the swap.
I agree. All right. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think, does it matter? Like,
not really. I don't know.
Constantine's the one. Like, I hope people aren't trying to die on this sword, because, like, go read some Constantine then. Go read some Vertigo. You could just go read. Help. Like, I'm not going to go over what Constantine is, but, like, yeah, dude, like, I mean, he's always.
Well, I think it's just going to end up being like an amalgam character anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a character. There is a character named Johanna, whatever, is his ancestor back in the day, but that's not who she is in this.
Like she's like from Victorian era or something.
Exactly. So I think it's going to be like a little mishmash.
Cool.
Like I don't mind if they get the spirit of the character right. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I like Jenna Coleman.
Well, I don't know if you want to have the spirit of John Constantine and Joanna Constantine, like.
No, but I mean, like, I don't mean like
dude,
spirit like that way, but I mean, essence, whatever you want to call it, of the character, right?
Yeah.
The attitude and everything else, like, as long as they get that stuff right, I don't care about the.
Well, you want original works? How about Snyder's Star Wars movie?
Oh God,
we've got Anthony Hopkins playing a deer robot.
What?
Don't worry, Lopez
like a deer to me.
That's it. He'll say this is the greatest thing since the Joker movie. So
Sir Anthony Hopkins,
yes,
has been turned into a deer robot by Zack Snyder.
I have no idea. I'm gonna watch this thing, whatever this is.
Oh, I mean, like, take away the headlines of shit, and if I'm like, hey, listen, Zack Snyder's gonna come up with some fucking crazy ass Anthony Hopkins robot deer hunter TV show done on like space planets. Are you watching? Because I am.
Yeah,
I'm fucking watching.
Because I know one thing: it's gonna look cool. It may not make sense, but it'll look cool.
JJ, listen, yeah,
I'll do what I did for the Justice League Snyder cut, which was like fall asleep 3 times and watch it in segments, I guess. And
it's like you watch Sucker Punch. The story itself is not great, but it looks cool.
The story doesn't even make sense. Never mind.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't get into it.
I hear you.
Sucker Punch is a terrible movie.
There's that. HBO Max, we're getting a Harley Quinn season 3 later this summer, apparently.
I like that show.
So it's not too far off.
Release window officially announced. Check. Okay.
Yeah, it's just coming later in the summer. Maybe August, I think, is the. They don't have a set date, but I think that's the kind of time frame to shoot for.
I think it's one of the best things DC does right now. Is this show?
BK, are you living and dying on Jonah Constantine? It matters. Is this what we're doing here? Because they already explained there's a mail.
Yeah, they're again, the reason why they did it is so viewers don't get confused about a Constantine show on HBO Max while they have a character that has the same name on Netflix, and they're not working together.
Yeah. All Harley shows Quinn his magic. Yes,
I haven't seen this yet, but we're getting a season 2, so it gives me a reason now to make sure I watch season 1 sometime soon because I do want to check out Tokyo
You know
Vice.
what? If you don't read the book Tokyo Vice, you should get the audio version of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an older book now. I think it's probably like 8 or 9 years old. I can't remember. It's like a red cover. It's like there's a guy, the reporter's in the background. It's like orange and black. The book's brilliant. Like it really is good. It gives you some real insight into what goes on over there. And the TV show is pretty accurate to what I remember. Like I said, I mean, I've been in this house 10 years, so it's older than 10 years now. I don't know, but the book is really good. So get out there, read a book when you're on the beach. If you guys go to the beach or on vacation or whatever, listen to the audio. It's good. And yeah, the show looks pretty good. So Pete, yes, no, you don't like the show?
Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm going to give it a shot. I heard it was good. I am still looking forward to this come September. I do like my Lord of the Rings, so
this is another like give it to me show already. Like waited so long.
Waiting.
The Rings of Power.
Yeah, they're just showing some characters now. Like we're just getting some these Hobbit type characters. I forget they're Harfoots or something. They sound more like nomads than
that's
the regular hobbits. So
when are we getting the Game of Thrones prequel thing ever?
Yeah, that's also
they had a trailer for it a couple weeks ago.
Oh no, shit,
House of Dragons or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't think somebody's been doing House of Dragon like sizzle trailers that aren't the real shit. So I just gave up looking for it.
Oh, no, it was official.
Yeah, it's official. This is one I didn't know they actually were making. Did you guys know they were making a League of Their Own TV show or series?
For fuck's sake!
But it's coming in August.
All right,
on Amazon.
Yeah, good thing.
I like the movie. I mean, it's an entertaining movie. I don't know about the show, but we'll see.
I like the movie. That movie was good.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I know we already talked about this, but this is also still coming soon. They had a nice longer trailer, I guess, or fuller trailer of Prey. So we know it's a Predator movie now completely.
Okay.
Hunting Comanche Indians. Looks pretty good.
Can we do that?
How close do you think that came to the video game? You may remember the video game Prey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Fargo's still playing?
Yeah, Fargo, we're getting a season. I'm so far behind on Fargo. I don't even remember what season I'm in. I think I still got to go to the twin Obi-Wan one. The one that had 2 Obi-Wans. Season 3, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, John Hamm's going to be in season 5, hot off his role in Top Gun.
Did you guys watch the Chris Rock one?
No, I think that was the last one. So I think I'm on the one before that.
I don't know, man. Minnesota's weird.
Yeah. And AMC still they're still pumping from that dead vein Walking Dead apparently, and we're getting more. They're just trying to squeeze some blood from that diamond, I guess. I don't know.
Keep squeezing.
Keep going. We're getting another one, I guess.
In chat, anybody watching this at all?
I don't know.
Whatever happened to the Rick movies they were supposed to make? Like the 2 movies they're supposed to make about Rick?
I don't know. Yeah,
we're just making other TV shows now.
Flying off in a helicopter in the midst
of
that
first novel they did, the Governor one. They need to go and remake that. Like the Governor novel, that was really good, dude. They should hit that one up. Matt, do you like any of this Walking Dead stuff? Seems kind of anticlimactic. All right.
I got a couple of cartoon stuff for you, so I'm going to switch it over for animated. I could have put some of these in the regular streaming bits, but since they're animated, I figured we'll complete them separate. I probably should put a short Harley over here, but
the animated bits, dude, that's kind of funny.
You know, we're getting the Groot. As you know, we're getting the Groot shorts in August, so they'll probably be pretty good. Moving from that, then Disney also has. This was an interesting, weird little trailer. This Strange World. They kind of did that throwback kind of sci-fi kind of vibe, like that. Wasn't Super 8, but what was that Clooney movie they did? Where it had that kind of like that throwback, like sci-fi from the 50s, kind of like thing. Like, damn, I can't think what it was called. Anyway, this had like that kind of feel to it, at least at first. This weird sci-fi, new world, strange thing happening. And then I got excited by the next one and then disappointed once I actually read what it was. Since we're talking about remakes and redos and all that stuff, I was like, Scooby-Doo! And then I was disappointed when. I mean, I get it. You got to make things all ages, but the preschool show about mystery pups was just not the Scooby Doo that would have got me excited. So
What is this? All right.
I don't know, but that's fine. It'll keep the property alive. I used to love me some Scooby Doo when I was younger. Those Batman and Harlem Globetrotter episodes were the best. When those crossovers happened, I wasn't going outside. That was an inside day. We had Beavis and Butthead back too. I'm telling you, this just really fits in with what we're talking about in the tier list today. But Beavis and Butthead do the universe.
Are they bringing back the Red Hot Chili Peppers too?
I don't know, but this is June 23rd. This is only a couple of weeks away. You'll be able to check this out.
Chili Peppers die?
Who died?
Anthony, Flea, all of them?
No, Flea was just in Obi-Wan.
Oh, I thought they killed him.
No, Flea was just in Star Wars and Kenobi.
Yeah, he's just in Kenobi. And then, right as I was wrapping up the news today, apparently, we're going to get a Ghostbusters animated show too. Because why the hell not?
Hey. At least they got Jason Reitman. At least they got a Reitman involved, I guess.
True. Yeah.
That's funny, BK. BK wants Blue Falcon instead of Scooby-Doo.
All right, we're gonna hop over to gaming just real quick. There was not a lot, but a couple things. New Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer, Modern Warfare 2 trailer, but it didn't show any gameplay footage. It was really just a whole bunch of cutscenes strung together, which is fine.
Can they come up with just new subtitles for Call of Duty games? Like,
no,
quit confusing me because there's already been a Modern Warfare and a Modern Warfare 2. Like,
yeah, this is
couldn't we have called them something else?
Hey, Fast and the Furious got away with it, so they said, you know what, we could do this too.
Well, is it gonna be
Rambo? We're
Black
gonna
Ops
call it
3?
Rambo now, and Rocky. It's just lazy.
Modern Warfare 2?
2.
Okay.
Or it could just be 7 or whatever the hell number would actually be at this point.
It is. It's like 8. Is it 8?
Yeah. This is apparently for the Wolverine game. This isn't really news. It was just an article that they really want there to be a dedicated button for you to have the claws in or out while you play this Wolverine game.
Wasn't that Capcom did that in their second version, didn't they?
I mean, it makes sense. Like, if you're going to be walking around, you don't want to be walking around with claws all the time if you're not fighting, because you're going to make people feel nervous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to reach for some gaming news. This is the best I could come up with. It's like, apparently people care if he has a beard or not. Like, this is news. Like, Ryu or Ryu, I don't know how you say his name. He's going to have a beard in Street Fighter 6. And that's a big deal.
Right.
Okay. What the fuck? They're not complaining that his eyebrows are now connected.
Didn't miss Arm Day.
Yeah, I mean, they're not complaining that his eyebrows connect. They're complaining that he's got a beard. Okay, all right, fair enough.
What? His eyebrows go over.
The unibrow is not a problem. The beard is.
Not a problem, but the beard is. Okay, fair. I get it.
All right, and then we're just going to hop over to comics just to wrap this up. I mean, not a lot of great stuff.
How good is he going to shave his beard?
We touched on some of the stuff, but apparently Ghost Rider's a trucker this week, too.
Yep.
So
yep.
You can get Ghost Rider in a big rig.
Yep.
All right. That's cool.
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Like, all right. That's cool. Haven't done this yet.
Didn't quite bring this one up because I was like, yep. Okay.
Hey, well, you know what else we're going to bring up? That's, yep. Apparently, because we need to make things bigger. Let's have a even bigger, badder Hulk than the bigger, badder Hulk that we've already talked about. The bigger, badder Hulk of the last, I don't know, how many times have we done this now?
I don't know.
There's always going to be a bigger and badder Hulk, no matter how big and bad you make your Hulk.
Marvel knows. They know what they're doing.
We'll just make another one.
Weapon Z, Weapon Q.
We'll just, he's immortal. Nope. Titan, he's a Devil Hulk. He's a Thor Hulk. He's Thrulk. I don't know what this is, but
this is yellow-haired Hulk. This is Hulk Hogan Hulk.
Titan, isn't Titan one of them too? And now the recent big Hulk. I don't know. Speaking of your DC, I just kind of like they pointed this out that this is how they're going to be hopefully showing Flash's speed in comics now. Almost looks like a Where's Waldo kind of thing.
Kind of isn't this out of Dark whatever?
He might be.
It is.
But I thought it's kind of a cool way to show it. I mean, yeah, it
Now
does
they
make
have to
sense.
figure out how to read his pathway, so they have to add numbers. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so you know where he went to next, and
So we're getting there. I said we're getting there. So.
we are. Just because you mentioned our big bad Deathstroke, why did he get bigger and badder? Well, at the end of Shadow War, he's resurrected in the Lazarus Pit as bigger and badder, wanting to kill everyone. So he's got one down, right?
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
And then this was also, I mean, again, I'm gonna get my Dark Crisis and I'll read it and see if it's any good. But this bit just, I mean, we knew Justice League's not dead, but I don't know. We're gonna get one shots because they're not dead. They're in another reality. I don't.
Yeah, they kind of showed it in.
Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna bring them back eventually. Could we have gone just a couple of months before you start talking about their comeback?
No. I think in Dark Crisis, he's like, yeah, they're fucking out of here, so we won't have to deal with them. So I think all of Dark Crisis, we're not going to have to deal with them. But like people are going to whine about. Yeah, I mean that's the problem with DC. Just
still,
let it go for a little bit.
Let it go before you bring it back. Like I remember Wonder's like, oh, there's no way they're keeping Doc Ock as Spidey for a long time. But it was a solid year before we started getting news on Spidey's return.
Like, and look at you remember that everybody hated Doc Ock. They're like, this is bullshit. Yeah. Why would they put Doc Ock? And then by the end, after the year,
they're like, oh, this was brilliant.
This year, people still think that's one of the key best runs of Spider-Man is the Doc Ock shit. So,
but that's it. That's all I got for the news this week.
All right.
Now we got the stuff to review. If you want to talk about either of the reviews at all, we can do that.
Let's review that. They're still having cartoon dog fights in the chat at this point. So yeah, that's good.
Which cartoon is it? Hong Kong Phooey in the mix, or
not yet? You just did then. Yeah, I know, but they should simmer for a little bit. Simmer.
Which one do you want to do first?
Go first, JJ. Which one would you like to go first? Ken, you hated Superior Spider-Man. Everybody hated when it first came out. People loved it.
We can do the longer Ms. Marvel.
Kenobi, I guess.
Obi Wan.
Kenobi. Now remember, we will have an extended version on Kenobi. Yeah. Oh, yay. There you go. AJ, your favorite. Back of tanks.
Yeah, I don't have like 5 slides. I don't have a lot to show, so we can just talk. We're not running through the whole thing.
Hey, I'll say this much, though. Guess what there wasn't?
What?
Flashback. So thank God.
Oh, I was waiting. I was like, oh boy, here we go, an all episode of flashbacks.
Well, it kind of was because they linked this with the flashback of Vader and the back of tank healing after he got burnt. So
I thought it was.
Oh yeah, but dude,
no, I took that as like
10
happening
seconds
at the same time. Like
no, it's not.
I'm in my tub kind of thing.
It was when he was put into the back of tank afterwards. So you got it, and they both got nipple
the stumps covered up and.
Yeah, that's when they put it out. That was part of the healing process of the burnout. Okay.
Oh, anyway, like I said, I don't got a lot of images to show you from this. I mean, we can see.
Yeah, he healed up real fast. Okay, listen right here. This is what I got to say.
I don't think he did heal up. They said that, didn't he? You're not healed. Get back in the tank, and he didn't.
Yeah, I guess, but then he was. Whatever. This is another one where I had I want to say this because I think I should have let Dom go a little bit longer on Sunday. I'm gonna say.
Well, first, let's just get it out of the way. He wasn't Quinlan Voss.
He was not Quinlan Voss. I think that's somebody else has heard about in the chat. He's not Quinlan Voss. But O'Shea Jackson Jr. He got on the wagon, and as he should. Listen, the bots are fucking stupid. If you're a racist fucking person that does that shit and sends bots after people, you're a fucking horrible human being who should fucking die, and I will piss on your grave. If you're one of the
speaking of bots, right on cue.
If you're one of the trolls that follow the bots and think what you say doesn't have repercussions, well, I'd like to meet you one day so I could show you those repercussions.
Wait a second.
But
there's no whores, but there's real cheap.
No whores, but real cheap. Good.
Wait, that's contradictory, isn't it?
Is O'Shea can't go out there and say, yo, just wait till you get a hold of me, okay? And then put on the performance he did, which was arguably, that was bad. Like the huge size, the weeble wobbling around.
I didn't have a huge problem with it.
I didn't, but it was great.
He's a bit actor in the episode for 10 minutes. I don't expect an Oscar-winning performance.
No,
Okay,
but
it's not that big a deal.
but
you can't.
they were building up his role as being very important.
No. The
Hey.
problem I have is you can't come to play and say like, "I'm changing the world of Star Wars." Wait till you see me, bro. Come get some, and then you come out like that, dude. You got to come with something. That was lame. He was lame. His character was lame, and it was lame. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, forgettable. Yeah. Thank you, Marv. It was very forgettable. But from now on, drinking game, shot every time he gives a dude, I'm telling you, you'll be drunk because like he was only on the series for 30 seconds, but he sure gave a lot of those.
I'm also not giving you Scuba Kenobi. I'm not going to give you Hiding in the Shadows.
I was waiting for a Kit Fisto guest appearance.
Yeah. Like, once again,
hand
this is a lot of stuff.
or...
Here again's a lot of stuff we've seen already, right? So now we've got Speeder Diggers. We've got Back to Tank. We've got the underwater scene. We've got the Vader in the video game scene. Keep going, Pete, because these are all.
Well, this is where we got. This is where we get the stuff I did thought was pretty cool.
This is Sleepy Jedi Master. This is actually what. So when people ask what I want, this is what I want. I wanted this explored more. Like, could we? He's like, oh, I figured out what they're doing down here. Cutscene.
It's
Leia.
a tomb.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
how do you want to explore it more? It was pretty self-explanatory.
I wanted to see more Jedi that I knew.
More Jedi encased in the stuff they put the mosquitoes in Jurassic Park.
This is where they like to use flashbacks. This is where is this? By the way, is this the kid from fucking from the last movie, the number 3?
Yeah, Marco was trying to tell me that he thinks this is the kid.
That's a kid that hey man,
could be one of the kids from the start of the episode.
No, I went back and looked at it. I went back and looked at it. It wasn't. But I was thinking it might be. And then they got a bunch of other people there.
Well, you know, so
we also have
we kind of saw. Didn't we see this before? We saw this before. Was it Fallen Order?
No, it was a cartoon where they had what's her name? Who the hell was? You're breaking up, JJ. It was in the cartoon. Was it in Clone Wars? It was in Clone Wars, and there was somebody that was supposed to one of the Jedi. It was a female Jedi.
All I know is this looks like Faramir from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
the bad guy, the bad guy in the first season of Iron Fist. Same actor,
JJ, but they were empty. JJ and Fallen Order. That's what he's saying. They were empty in Fallen Order.
Oh, and I got a beekeeper.
But we've seen that type of thing before. I guess is what I was getting at.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, in Clone Wars, there was one of the. It was one of the Jedis that was supposed to be giving out the.
It looks like he might have little horns.
Message.
Yeah, it was Luminara, right?
Luminara?
Yes.
Luminara. Okay, there you go. It was Luminara. There you go.
It was Luminara, right?
I thought she was frozen like a carbonite looking thing.
The other thing too is like, how many normal ass people did they have in this? Like, they had every normal ass Jedi, right? Like, I figured they'd have like some alien, like they had the one alien species, but like the first guy was
of Jedi.
Yeah, menagerie, exactly.
It was a bunch of shit. Like they gave us like 2 alien.
Yeah, hammerhead. Yeah, I don't know.
Good shit. Once again, I would have liked them to go into a little bit deeper or figured something out about it. Like she's in the system, she couldn't figure out why these, like, if I see a bunch of fucking Jedi down there, like I'm like, whoa, Leia's great, but like, what the fuck's going on down here? What do they got planned?
Well, you know what when they started talking about it, what I expected was Project Harvester.
Yeah,
stuff down there. We didn't really get it, but that's what I expected when they started talking. Like,
nice, you know what I mean?
That is a sweet poncho.
That is, yeah, that's a sweet poncho. So we got kind of new stuff, but then they didn't give us anything on the new shit. All right, what's up next?
Purge Troopers.
Purge Troopers are cool. This is cool seeing this, but once again, this is a whole nother fucking play on the like. First off, it doesn't make sense, but it's a whole nother thing. Like, oh yeah, I put a tracker on them, just like they fucking did in the original movies when they put a tracker on Leia. Yay, okay, we got it. All right, cool. Purge Troopers look sweet though. Purge Troopers look cool. Yeah. Rebel was fucking dope. She was kind of scary, I guess. I don't understand the whole torture little kid thing. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, why would you just?
I don't understand what they. We were touching. Marco and I were touching on this at the start before we started filming. The problem I have with this episode is the writing, because it didn't make sense. Like, you could have done a very similar story, if you had written it better. It didn't make sense why Reva would expect a 10-year-old to know all the ins and outs of a Jedi fucking underground railroad. Tell us what you know. Like, that made no sense. Had she changed the questioning to where
she
are
told
they
him.
headed?
She told it to her. Right?
What do you mean?
Leia was there. Can you guys hear me?
Breaking up on me, so I'm not
breaking
getting
up. She did afterwards. Yeah, you're saying afterwards. But like, if you go into like, they wanted to do that so they could do
No, but the whole point of why you would interrogate this little girl didn't need to be based off of tell me all about this system of shuttling out Jedi.
Yeah.
All it had to be was where are they going next? That's a reasonable thing you can expect this little girl to know.
Yeah. Where are they
That's
going
all
next?
I'm saying. It's just the way they wrote it. It made the Inquisitor look stupid as shit. Asking a 10-year-old, tell me how they got them out of the system. Like, what?
So yeah.
Well,
so,
she knew
yeah,
the destination, though, right?
That, but she
No,
wasn't
Leia
asking her for the. That's what I mean.
wasn't
If they
asking
just
for
would have
that.
changed it. Where are they headed?
Yeah, where that's not what she's asking. She was
That's
asking for where the home base
Yeah,
is.
where is the home base? Tell me about this.
She was asking for the lanes.
Well,
She
she
was asking for the hyperspace
still knew
lanes.
that, though.
She didn't. Leia doesn't know the hyperspace fucking lanes.
I mean,
Leia doesn't know the hyperspace.
well, they don't need to know the hyperspace lanes. They just
That's
need to
what
know
she
where
asked for.
the route ends. It's like
No,
a
she
bus
didn't
route. You just need to know where it ends.
Yeah, but she didn't ask for that. She wanted the whole fucking layout of the Met system. Like she wanted the red line, the green line, the purple line.
Like,
the
she's
line,
still a kid.
line.
All you had to do is ask a kid questions. Where were they taking you? Like, where were they taking you?
Or this. Hey, guess what? You call up Alderaan and go, I got your daughter. I know you're part of the rebellion. Tell me where they're at or I'm whacking her. That's an easy solution. But no, instead they're like, hey, remember, like it was really great when Leia, they took her in there and they're going to probe her. So we're going to shoot the exact same scene. We're just going to do it with a little kid now instead. It's like, well, same outcome, exact same fucking outcome, by the way. Nothing changed from that. Like they put a tracking beaker on Leia. They fucking did the exact same thing they did in fucking New Hope. Like exact same. So like, and what purpose does it serve? Like
we're veering dangerously close into reviewing an entire episode here. Just saying.
I know. Well, I'm just thinking of a few things because even with like the last episode when I was wondering how the hell Reva got to the end of the goddamn tunnel where Leia was going, and then I think Ruben had an argument that well maybe she went through when she was younger. That's how she got out.
No. Ruben just makes up.
I know, but I'm saying that makes no sense now because if that were the case, she would know the system. She wouldn't be interrogating this little girl now.
You can't do that. That's why I'm saying word salad is right. Those guys that keep just making up, and I love Ruben to death, but like all those guys that are like, well, this could be or this. When you have to keep going, well, no, here, what you don't understand, like, I'm sorry, I do understand a lot. So, like, I get what you're saying, but you're just making word salad to try to make that fit.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, dude, Joe brought up a good point too, which I found kind of funny, but I also was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Like,
what's that?
Put Leia underneath the fucking, like, they're walking through like, nobody's looking at an Imperial officer with a little fucking kid popping out the coat. Like,
what are you talking about? Didn't you ever watch an episode of the Muppet Babies? That's how you do it. You all stack up underneath the coat.
Underneath, not like in the side of the coat. Like no, underneath. Leia should have been on top of his shoulders, and he should have been hidden.
And she was the head.
Yeah, they could have done that shit, right? Like that's what they could have fucking done. Like that's what they could have done. That's what they could have done, but they didn't. I mean, it just all of it. The whole thing with Ice Cube Jr. Shea Jackson Jr. And like when the guy gets, what's his name? Is his name Rodney in the thing? Is it Rodney? Is it Ryan? What's his name? What's the character's name?
Oh, in the show, I don't even remember. I kind of missed it, but it's something like that. It's like 2 syllables. I think it starts with an
R. Yeah, she cut, but the wood, Astro. She cut a piece out of the symbol of the wood. I believe Reva did that as a child. I also believe what? Reva is the girl in the first. We've already said this like since day one. She is that little girl. Because what happens,
sure that's the case.
When they're giving the names of people, when they do the subtitles, they specifically edit out her. So that's who it is. That she is the girl, yes. But I don't think she did it's all about the Obi thing. Like Obi puts out the beacon, do not go back to the temple. They use that to torture her, saying, like, look, he abandoned you, and that's why she's mad at Obi-Wan. That's the easiest way to explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not eat at word salad bars either. No. So, but my point is like a lot of this episode, unfortunately, like the stuff that was new and they could have gone into, they decided to pass on, and they decided to just reshoot parts of New Hope and Empire, which is like, I mean, like they even had one. Also, since when?
Roken. Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
You would start with an O. Okay, R. Thank you.
R, yeah. R was 2 syllables. We had that. We
That
just
was
didn't
close. Yeah.
have it all.
Yeah, Astro. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yep. I think we all agree on that. But what I'm saying too here is like, since when could those little speeders that couldn't go above the midway point of an AT-AT can now fly all the way into sub-atmospheric areas? Number two, when Roken goes like, you saw the motherfucker blow up, and where's Wooden? Oh, he blew up. Yeah,
that was weird. I also don't know how they all fit in that snow speeder.
Well, like, yeah, how they all fit in the snow speeder? When did they?
There was barely enough room for Luke's fucking gunner in the back of his.
Yeah,
How the hell
when
did they
did
fit 3 people in the back of theirs?
Also, they attached fucking blaster bolt guns to it, which, like, okay.
I know nitpicking and all, but
yeah, a lot
wasn't.
That's not nitpicking. No, that they took shot for shot out of the movies. That's not nitpicking. That's saying, like, yeah, they didn't give us a lot of original stuff, unfortunately. Here, they gave us.
Did you see some of the? Well, I don't want to say theories, but some people pointing out that
did.
all of the episodes have been like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of the thing is it seems like they're just doing so that they can get videos so people can say, like, did you see all the Easter eggs? These aren't Easter eggs. You're just
no, not the Easter egg things, but that they made these episodes to mirror the episodes of the movies.
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting once I saw it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe a little, maybe a tiny bit.
Well, no, but that's why I think the stretch is, right? Like, is that our goal is to discuss these in forms of like, this is cool because do you remember when they did this in New Hope or whatever? And it's like, you know what I'd rather do once again is find out why we have Jurassic Park Jedis. That's it. I don't care what your example is. If it is Project Harvester, cool. If it's not, cool. Yeah, I'd like to find that out. Tell me about that.
Foot pegs. There you go.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would have been cool. They were standing on the outside of it, just holding on.
Yeah, the fortress also didn't have artillery. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Well, because who would go in there? Dude, it's an Imperial thing. Like, oh, they've got 80,000 armed people, but yeah, sure, they don't have anything just in case a bomber comes by. Like, that didn't make sense. I mean, that's going a little bit too far into it.
Yeah. Again, we're not going to go through the whole rigmarole review. Well,
so
Marco might not be around on Sunday.
I won't be around. Yeah, I might not be on Sunday. But like, my whole point is, like, I mean, it was okay, but like, probably out of the 3 that we've had already, this has got to be the most disappointing of them. Yeah, out of the 3 we've had previously.
Oh.
Like, as a whole,
well,
because like even the issue that I have with the last episode, the back part of it, like the last little bit, like, I mean, because they kind of did the same thing with Leia in this one, so like I'm gonna have a problem with that. But like this one really felt like, I'm actually surprised, JJ. I'm surprised you're not on here, and I know you've championed now, and we do have to have difference of opinions, or the show's really dumb. But like, I'm surprised because this is where you usually come up and say filler, and like, yeah.
Well, this is the worst. Well, it's not filler. It advances the story. It's the opposite of filler.
It advances.
Can you hear me?
It advances. Yeah. Yes, I agree. But usually when they give us 1 second of advancing the story and a bunch of filler or gobbledygook, you usually call the whole thing filler, and this is not the case now.
I mean, I agree. This is the weakest episode so far.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah,
we'll go into more of it, I guess, on Sunday. But
yeah, we'll go into more of it on Sunday.
No, I mean, like, this is what we do. Is
I think nitpicking and tearing it apart a little more than necessary.
It stinks because you're breaking up. Because I would really like. I see that you're saying nitpicking, and I understand what you're saying, as in the word nitpicking. But saying that they are like, you could consider this if it was a comic book cover. The 3 major sections in this was a homage to the original movies, at best, a homage. The torture of Leia scene was literally, you substitute Vader and Tarkin in there, and it's the same thing. Like, same chair, same thing. Pro droid.
It's a bigger room, though.
Oh, a little bit bigger room. Fine.
Because I think it was the room from Jedi Fallen Order, even though I didn't play it yet.
Slightly different robot.
Yeah. That now you're nitpicking. So
yeah, the robot. This robot came to you, as opposed to you getting lowered into it.
Yeah, slightly different. Okay, I get it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying nitpicking, but mine, it's not the scene for scene that I'm going after. The issues I have with this episode is there was lots of potential, and writing and directing issues took that potential and threw it out the window. Instead, went for the cheapest and easiest quote unquote homages, because there's nothing. I mean, I could call it something else, but it's Wednesday, and I don't want to get all the 800 messages I got in one day after Sunday one fucking day, because I got busy shit, real life shit to do. So, but yeah, I mean, that's it. It's what it is. They carbon copied something in 4 parts of this. That was the majority of their show. The good parts of her getting into the they had set it up so cool. She killed the Imperial officer that was next to her. She was in the programming. They had the fucking Jurassic Park Jedis going on. We could have gotten a little bit more on that. That could have been what, like, the whole thing was like, the fortress isn't guarded, but there's some super secret. Guess what? There's still some super fucking secret in the fortress that we really don't know about. We know that there's fucking Jurassic Park Jedi, but we really don't know what the secret is. And I wish they would explore that more.
Yeah,
we know
I'm also pissed we didn't get the Grand Inquisitor back.
Yeah, we know that Leia's going to get away. We know that Obi's going to go back onto the planet.
Lost my bet.
By the way, for those people that picked up the Black K book, feel free to see Luke is a 9-year-old. And once again, you tell me if, Obi-Wan isn't using the Force and have a lightsaber at that point. Because the first fucking book, the first story in the book is him doing that. So, like, once again, I don't like, okay, and his great moment of Jedi power is doing a weaker version than Vader in the video game. Like, that's what he did, because the cracking of the
I know
is straight out of Fallen Order. That shit's straight out of Fallen Order. It's a rehash of Fallen Order.
I know.
These cheap sex streamer recommends.
Yeah, I got it. Try to get rid of it, but I think I got it the first time.
Yeah,
that's why I was trying to give a full review, because I will try to do more on Sunday, but I was picking the nitpicky things because they were easier. Like, it's just those little things did bother me. Like, it bothers me when I know what they're doing and when they don't do it well. You know what I mean?
Where like timeline, it's the official timeline from Star Wars, Esther. It comes, if you read through the comic books, it says a couple years later from 6-year-old.
As we talked last week, I'm not so
I don't think you're gonna question. Like, we could try to question me in timelines, but that's not one that's gonna go.
I'm not gonna be too beholden to the timeline. That's not where I'm. That's not the line that's not the bridge I'm dying on.
So what I was saying is, like, the main problems I have is, like, the stuff, like, I'm always of the theory of when Disney took over and what Star Wars said they were redoing was we're creating, like, I get it. Some people, like, Miss Marvel's great, but, like, I don't expect canon out of Marvel or DC. But Star Wars they literally put in facilities and have always said that that's what we're going to stick to, right? Number 2, they said they're coming up with new stories and advancing, and, like, to tell stories. And I will agree that they did it with Thrawn. Thrawn's a very interesting case because it's the same character, reimagined the story, but done it in a way that kind of oversets it and improved it. I'm not quite sure this is improving Obi-Wan. That's what I'm saying with this Obi-Wan series. These little ads that they're adding in, where they could have gone that Obi-Wan figures out and then becomes more predominant, and then that's where you get the crossover of him going, like, now I have to stay on Tatooine. That's why I'm never going to leave. That's why I'm going to bury all my powers. That's why, like, crap.
Here's my question. Do you think any part of this comes from, like, Ewan McGregor? No. Basically saying, like, the story that they're kind of telling us now, as you can see, is like, oh, well, he's dealing with the not using his powers, or he lost his powers, or he has an issue with his power. He's going through whatever the hell 11 is going through on Stranger Things, where he can't access his powers, but he's getting his groove back through this series, even though there's been no story of that happening before. Is that in part because the actor, Ewan McGregor, wanted to have that more of a, because that gives him more to do acting wise than if he's just superhero going through the whole story, beginning to end with no change, no growth? Did he want this as part of it, even though if it doesn't fit our canon? That's what I kind of wonder.
I think the change in growth that you could have done was taking what they'd already done and make him true, because up to year 9, he still was interfering in Luke's life, right? Like, he still thought that the righteous way was to pull him out soon. And you have to explain for some reason why Obi-Wan, at the age of 9, 10, and 11, doesn't start training Luke Skywalker, right? I think you could have gone that route. You could have done that. And at the same time, he could see, oh crap, if I do now, they're harvesting these Jedi, including little kids and everything. You could have done something better. Like, look, I'm not a writer. I'm not saying that I should be in charge of Star Wars, but I think you could have stuck with the narrative that they were doing. And then that's the way he grows. Because we like you think it's a growth thing where like, oh, I lost all my powers and I feel so bad because that's a tale as old as time and they've done it before.
I know,
no.
but it gives an actor or something to work with.
No, I think it's easy for Deborah. It was that the original Obi storyline was a lot harder to do. And they said, we can't make this hard. We have to dumb this down and make it vanilla.
I'm curious though, where have you seen in existing Star Wars canon that Obi-Wan is as strong 10 years later as he was?
Well, they just came out with the Black
10 years.
Well, but not.
He's going to the Black Hay stories.
Black Hay thing is 9 years later, and 6 years later when he was in the water world.
He's not as strong. Read that story again. Read the story again. He says himself, he's not as strong as he once was. He doesn't even know if he can beat Black Hay.
He couldn't move a goddamn lipstick.
For then when you see him fight Black Hay, he does a backflip with his fucking lightsaber and he throws rocks at him. And I get that he reaches out there, but he
doesn't throw rocks at him. He does one force push the entire time, which is Black K into the rock.
He's blindfolded. He calls out to Qui-Gon Jinn, uses the rock push, and then does the push and then throws the rocks. Then he does the in-air circle, grab of the lightsaber, flip over the boulder.
Blindfolded?
Or blinded. He's blinded when he's in the thing. Yeah, he is. There's
he doesn't flip over the boulder. He cuts it in half.
While doing a bat, while I'm flipping, fucker. Like, he's doing a flip, and he's in the air flipping the fuck around, dude.
He took out like a contingent of stormtroopers with a blaster. I think he's doing all right physically. My point is, as far as use of the force goes,
that's how he did last episode. That's how he did last episode.
He can't even pick up Owen when he's falling.
He didn't even know what the force fucking was. JJ, shake your head, but he didn't know what the force was for 2 episodes. Yes, okay, if you're saying that he's not out there training, I'll give you that. But that's different than like, I haven't used the force in 10 years. Well, you were fucking using the force when you're doing backflips in the air, slicing fucking rocks and shit, and throwing stuff in there, calling out to Qui-Gon Jinn. So there you go. There you go. That's it. If you wanted to answer the question, that's the question. From the years from 4, it's technically 14 on.
Here's my hope. My hope now is we're beyond that part then. Since we've got, he couldn't move the thumb drive when he's trying to reach the thumb drive, but then he was able to misdirect the stormtroopers, got a little bit back, then he got to do the Fallen Order. I'm gonna fix the glasses, the glass water from breaking. Like all right, looks like he's getting his thing back. So maybe we can move this forward now. Let's get to the final act.
Yeah, since you asked and I answered, now I'll ask you a question. Would you enjoy more? Would you enjoy more what they're doing now, or if we did spread out and give more of a storyline and tell a little bit, through his adventures and everything else that's going on? Remember, the Obi-Wan journals weren't like, oh, hey, Luke, I lost my power. It was like, hey, Luke, I was overseeing you. This is why I wasn't there. And they don't actually say at the end why Obi wasn't.
The Obi-Wan journals were
there's no way that little girl's 80 pounds. She's 40 pounds soaking wet.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you get into the reason why Obi actually wasn't there to train Luke, you don't. Okay, you're breaking up. You can't hear. But what I'm saying is, like, if you get into a storyline where Obi-Wan explains why he ultimately didn't train Luke Skywalker at the age of 10, 11, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, why he actually became more of a hermit. Isn't that a route we could have taken? Is that not a route we could have taken? And it could have been entertaining. And he could have found out about the Jurassic. And he could have found out about the Jurassic Jedis, the Jurassic Park Jedis.
It's 10 years. You can tell a ton of different stories. Would I have enjoyed it more? I don't know, because they still could screw that story up. So who knows?
True.
I enjoy this fine. I don't have the same problems with it. I think that I've enjoyed it for the most part pretty well, but
yeah,
you can screw up any story though. If they put the Obi-Wan journals to film, they can screw that up pretty easily.
I agree with that. The biggest problem I have, and once again, is that and I know this, and I know there's other people too. There's Canonites, and like when you do that, it's supposed to be the rule. And when they break the rule, then don't give me the certain point of view stuff, because that's certain point of view is Star Wars, and you can do certain point of view stuff. There's difference between certain point of view and breaking canon. It's two completely different things. Yeah. And I understand that some people don't understand that, and I'm okay with that. But like to receive the stuff like, oh, you're wrong. Well, and not from you, JJ. I'm saying in general, because I get a lot of it. Like, yeah, that's pretty much not fair either. Like, it isn't wrong, and it is okay.
Here's the deal, though. You keep circling back to the Black K fight. That's like your only real example of something.
No. I said all. We've had multiple stuff out of it.
Yeah, you don't get him started on Obi-Wan losing to Vader.
Afterwards, like there's a whole area. It's not one piece. There's lots of material on this. There's lots, and
I don't know that there is. I disagree for the most part. There is lots of material. There's tons of material on it, but the thing is,
in canon,
it's not that relevant. In canon, there's not a whole lot.
Who have they covered more than Obi-Wan? Like Darth Vader?
Oh yeah, but
Darth Vader.
Well, maybe they're saving him for his own series.
No, I'm saying like that's what you're saying. There's not a lot. The only person who has more canon coverage,
but not
Obi-Wan, is Darth
in this
Vader
era. Not in this 10-year gap. There hasn't been a lot.
All right. I mean, like that's at an impasse because then you just keep saying, "Oh, well, this or this year or this 2 months or this whatever." Okay, I get it. But in all of canon, there's one guy there's not a lot of material on him. Okay, well, in the world of Star Wars, there's one motherfucker who's got more material. The biggest bad of all time, Darth motherfucking Vader. I mean, that's it. That's it. The list is Darth Vader and Obi.
Never mind.
So there's a lot of material about it. I mean, that's
name. Okay, give me besides Black K. Give me 4 stories off the top of your head. The
Waterworld, Obi and the Master and Apprentice. Yeah, when he was the Waterworld.
Master and Apprentice was not set in this 10-year gap. I'm talking stories in this 10-year gap.
Anything that's in the Jedi, anything that's in the Obi-Wan journals was in that 10-year gap.
That's like 2 stories in the whole Obi-Wan journals. It's like 2 stories.
Okay, but it's 2 stories that mean the difference.
There's not a lot there in this 10-year gap.
But in those, in 10 years out of all the stuff, what you're saying, but what I'm saying is there's more material. You're saying there's not you're trying to use this little bit. Okay, there is a lot. Well, how about this? Between 9 and 10 years, there's a lot because that's when the story takes fucking place. So there is a lot of stuff. Between 6 and 10 years, there's at least 2 stories, which is more than most people get. Okay, so there is a lot. And the guy you could keep breaking it down. Well, what about year 11, 12, and 13? You're right. There's not a lot in 11, 12, and 13. 10, 11, 12, and 13, not a lot of Obi-Wan. But that's 3 years out of the 80 years of Obi fucking one. So for 90% of his life, we know a lot of stuff about him. And by the way, this one series is out of play. Don't do that, Jay.
I'm not saying you don't know a lot about Obi-Wan. I'm saying this 10 years, there's 10 years to tell a story about Obi-Wan, and there's nothing there. There's not the stories there.
JJ, it is out of character. This is out of character for Obi-Wan. The second most person they have told you about.
It's out of what you think his character is.
We literally have the character definition of Obi-Wan because it's the second most. We know what Vader is. If all of a sudden Vader fucking loses his powers, can't do shit, and sits around and does nothing, like, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh wait, what the fuck is this? All of a sudden Vader's hanging out with fucking like the Padawan thing is kind of screwed up, right? Like, well, let's go to Miss Marvel. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you could say that, you could say there's not a lot, but you're going like nitpicking. You're literally nitpicking.
In this 10 years, there's not a lot. I don't think there is a lot. That's where I disagree.
More than anybody else.
There's a lot about his character. But you got 10 years to tell a man's story. In this 10-year period where he's literally a broken man,
first 2
there's
years
not a lot there.
There is, because you get him moving to the desert. So you got those stories. You got at 5 and 6, you get those years. And then you get at 8 and 9. So, okay, out of the 10 years, you get 5 years out of the 10 years. So you get half the years. So you get half the years. Yeah, out of 3 stories. Because
but I think ultimately, again, I think the story they wanted to tell about Obi is this story of a broken man finding his way back.
Well, but
they made it fit however they could, because they couldn't do this with a 5-year-old Leia and a 5-year-old Luke, because dealing with kids that young, it's not that easy.
What I'm saying is it doesn't fit the narrative of him up to that point.
And I don't think anybody wanted to see old man moves to the desert and tries to communicate with Qui-Gon Jinn with a blindfold on for 6 episodes. That would have been a horrible series.
I mean, I agree. I agree on that point. I agree with you on that. I'm not saying that that's what we want as a series either. I do think you can have external threats. I actually think you could use the Inquisitors and him leaving as an external threat. What I don't think you needed to do, you could always make Vader the big bad in the background. You could have him go head to head with the Inquisitors as the big bads on the TV
That's what
show.
I thought they were going to do. That's what I had hoped they'd do.
That was one thing. I didn't have a huge problem with the confrontation, but the one thing I had an issue with it was like it feels like a setup to bring another confrontation back later in the series or at some point if there's
exactly
like
second season or something.
You know what's cool?
Like I would rather just have them like at the end of the series, have it out, and however Obi-Wan gets out of that situation, he gets out of that situation. That's fine. But like I don't want to see like them clash like 3 times in between here.
Yeah, and
like, that's what I don't want.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
and that's
I'm just there's a lot of things that can go back to it, and then, but then we'll be called nitpicking if we start going back to it, because like whenever we say but there's 3 years, there's 4 years, oh that's not enough of 10 years. I get that. Okay, we can always keep going. Well, unless it's not every second of Obi's life, right? I get it. But what I'm saying is and it's very cool, the fights between the one where we saw Mustafar and obviously the iconic one where Obi sacrificed himself. They're iconic. And of course, as a Star Wars fan, you're like, damn, it would be cool to do that. Like, right? It would be cool to have an Obi Vader fight. But sometimes for betterment, you just have to say, like, yeah, that's cool, but like,
we don't need to see it.
Let's just leave it be. You know what I mean?
I don't want to
leave it be.
I want to double back into everything.
But I mean, that's what they did. They didn't leave it be. And I'm just saying leave it be. So we want to watch the being called Lord Vader. I know. Obi-Wan watched footage.
We can now leave it be. It is what it is. We'll finish it out. 2 more episodes. We'll see the story they wanted to tell, and then we can make a judgment call.
You're going to get one more fight. Like if the last one is another big battle, so now you have really one episode, and then you just have another rehash, and then you have a rehash where Obi's going to get away. I mean, it's like, okay.
Find a way to where you show up in this episode and the big battles Obi-Wan something not Vader.
I would have liked it from the get-go if it was
breaking up again.
Obi-Wan versus the Inquisitor.
A little bit there.
Damn it.
Like, I would like it if the Grand Inquisitor came back. Like, how cool would it have been if he was fighting what's her name? The young lady that starts with an R2. Why is everybody's name
Reva?
Reva. Yeah, if she
I wanted a
Reva,
Grand Inquisitor back so I could have won my damn bet.
just as he kills Reva, then the Grand Inquisitor freaking comes back.
I need my Republic credit.
Right? Like that's what it like that would be if you ask what I want, that would be it. I don't want to see weak Obi-Wan, to be honest with you. I don't
but that's the story they wanted to tell. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but that doesn't mean that's a story you tell. Like that's the problem.
They did. There's the story they told. The story they
that's
wanted
why
to
they
tell.
get an L. That's why you start pulling L's up. Okay. Let's go on to Miss Marvel.
Let's go on to episode 1, Generation Y.
I thought this was going to be bad.
I thought it was going to be bad too, but
I enjoyed the shit out of this. Actually, Lopez tagged me halfway through. He's like, dude, tell me what you think of this. I was like, I'm halfway through and it's brilliant. Like, I really enjoyed it.
I got like into the Spider-Verse vibes with all the animation and the stuff. I was digging it. Interactive. The background was like interactive with the story. Like it was pretty cool. I'm just gonna flow through pictures here. I don't know if you want to talk about what specifically you like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you want to do this for this one.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a little bit more. I mean, it's obviously teenage angst, but I thought it was going to be a little cornier, and it wasn't. I thought
they handled it pretty well. I think the way they did the
parents. I thought the parents were outstanding. I thought you can use and ruin it with the parents, and I thought they did an excellent job with the parents. I don't quite understand. You could also do the because was it a bullying thing in the school? I don't understand that much.
I think it's like a little bit, but I don't think it's like a cliched over the top bullying. I think it's just, and that's what I mean. That's why I liked it, because I figured like this is more realistic. Like this is just
everything in here was realistic.
They're just going to take advantage of some people.
How about the parents? The kid runs into the car, and the dad's yelling about turn. Hey,
because she doesn't put her turn signal on every stop sign.
And the guy's like, "Hey, listen, I'm walking home." Like I've had this conversation with parents before, where it's like,
hey, and this is the teacher from Stranger Things too.
Yeah, what no. What are we doing here? Like, it's not just the Pakistani parents. It was like modern day parents now at this point. There's a lot of these parents that are like her parents that are just like, my kid couldn't have possibly done anything wrong.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you ruined your dad's car that he spent all the money on. It's hilarious.
Yeah. She's got a couple of friends at school.
The whole thing made sense with what's his name and them doing all the tech stuff and fixing it up. The bike joke was hilarious where she loses her bike and he's like,
oh yeah,
Jersey City. Pete,
Jersey City, you think it's gonna be there?
City. Do you think at Jersey City she's going to get her bike back or not?
Yeah, she finds her.
I'm making how bad New Jersey joke is at your expense. Please answer. Do you think she's finding her bike or not, or do you think that thing's stolen and scrapped?
Oh, it's stolen. I mean, it's a city.
Yeah, but
like Jersey City's just right across the river from New York. Yeah. Like, this is not the same area where I like. I don't. It's not the suburbs. You got a shot there.
The thing. So this was interesting with the mom and its junk. Do you think the mom is our?
Yes.
I think the mom knows the power. Is that what
yes.
we're doing here? She does know the power.
I think the mom knows that her mom either had power or believed she had. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe she doesn't totally believe in it. Maybe she's afraid of it, but she knows about it.
But Marv, I think with how big of a disaster, I know everybody's saying the Green Lantern ring. Okay,
I was really worried about it. And
like, how are you going to do something after you muddled up the Inhumans, right?
Yeah.
Like, that debacle, since you did so bad of a job, like trying to figure that thing out, how are you going to do it? So does she get the power, the exaggerated power from this? Fine.
Yeah. The only problem I have with it being from the bangle or the ring is that it limits you in the future and that she has to have that with her at all times. That's the only thing that I think it will be a hurdle by switching it.
Well, and it gives them the
opportunity inside of her. If she forgets it at home or she doesn't bring it with her, well, now she can't have her. Like, that's what I worry about. That trope and that cliche coming into play.
Well, maybe it's not just that.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe at some point it melds with it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it becomes part of her. I don't know. Maybe they do something like that. But that's the only thing I think that really concerns me from a go forward kind of angle.
Yeah, and they did a better job, I guess, with the Green Lantern ring thing.
Dude, and her whole story, her plan, like her imagining it going out.
It goes like the boyfriend type dude goes like, "Yo, you mean we're just gonna take the bus?"
She's like, "No, look."
Right. And then how bad it went. She fell on the log, but they already missed the first bus. The whole shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
She did do.
I like this bit too. Like, without any words, you knew what was going on with her just in the mirror, like going over her costume and just with the whole thing with her background and just her just being in an insecure teenage, like all of it coming together, like it felt natural.
Yeah, like they didn't
feel forced.
Yeah, it was not. It was very well done. Very well done. Go ahead.
If I'm not breaking up, I'll say this: like
you're good.
Whoever is like the director of photography and cinematography in this should take a bow because they did some amazing shots in this thing. Like the one where they're riding the bikes.
Oh, they're riding the bikes.
Like a one long one shot take with the graphics in the background. That was amazing.
In the background.
It was very well done.
Having the conversation. It was great.
Yeah. Honestly, this is where I blame Obi-Wan for direction and editing. This thing is it was a mad. I mean,
it was great. I mean, I didn't have an image of it, but her talking with the guidance counselor at the beginning, and then the split screen, and then both cameras turn to go to both of their faces.
Like, so you understood everything about these characters without them having to say words. You know what I mean? Like, that's brilliant. It was not.
It was done. It was well done.
And Slushies.
Anybody else think Avenger Con was disappointing?
A little bit.
No,
I was like, shouldn't it be bigger than that?
I thought it was going to be a bigger convention. That's why I thought it was a bigger convention.
Dude, so I was going to ask you guys about that. I was like, do you guys know these things? Because like that.
We'll get to it. Well, I guess we'll get to it in the review. We're not there yet. But still,
we get to our Avenger Con picture. Oh, here's the bike ride. Yeah, Pitt.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, which also came into play with her, the chalkboard, and when he made the joke about it. So we're just taking the
dad's bro. You know,
oh yeah, the dad was great.
As much as people are always saying that Marvel or everybody else is trying to emasculate these people, then you see, like, I'm sorry, but you see these strong male characters like her dad here, and I think that's where you have to say, like, let's stop with that narrative too. All right. You know what I mean? Like, let's just look into some of these guys. The dad here was just absolutely amazing. Growing up in a religious household, the brother with the prayer thing, there's a time when everybody does that. Not everybody, but you have the brother doing that weird shit, saying bless everybody all the fucking time, even when you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like being more righteous. It was great, man. The dynamics was good.
I thought it was great though when he came in and she's talking about doing coke at a party.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually used that line. When I was a kid, I used that exact line on my mom, and it went better than it did with.
Yeah, and of course, my son has asked me, "What's cocaine?" It's drugs, buddy. Don't worry about it. It's not for you. It's bad.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Just the whole thing with her imagining the real diamonds. No, they're not real diamonds.
How they did the text message.
Yeah, the text message.
That was great. As he goes up the building.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just the crane shot going up as he's upstairs at the end of it.
So
well done.
We should have found
natural. You get that.
Is there somebody out there that disagrees that can come on the show and yell at us about this?
Yeah, if you want to yell at us, because we're just here just patting it on the back the whole time.
This is the one thing that didn't make sense. How did she speak out
I'll nitpick it later.
This is the only thing that didn't make sense. Like, how did she get outside to go hang out on top of the roof, but she's not allowed after 8 o'clock as a 16-year-old? That didn't make sense.
Did they didn't live in the same building, obviously, right?
No,
she lived in like a house.
Yeah, so it's got to be at least a bike ride away.
Yeah. It's got to be a bit because she lives in a suburb and he lives in like the city.
So. It even seemed like overly familiar because he was like, "Oh, meet me on the roof," like they're in the same building or something. I'm like, kind of weird, but
that was weird.
But he makes her the gloves. He's the techie thing. But as you said, the whole family aspect of it, I was in.
The older brother saying, "Look, I'll explain it. I'll take care of it."
Yeah, like it felt.
My younger brothers like.
It felt natural. Like it didn't feel too overly cliched. It didn't feel too forced. So it didn't feel too preachy or anything. Like it just felt like these are just people. And this part,
the
dad is.
Dude, it's like a kick to the balls. Like for everybody involved. Like she's embarrassed, but then when she calls it out, the parents, I can see like, it sucked for everybody.
Dude, when Lopez, don't say you knew this was going to be a hit. You were saying the same thing everybody else was. We were hoping it'd be good.
I gotta say, in this scene, I did understand Kamala's point though of like, why would there be like two Hulks, like a big one?
No, exactly. Look, it made sense. But from their point, they're like, we're trying to help, and we're trying to like make them, we're trying to compromise with you.
You know what this was? This was the mom saying, "There's no way in shit she's going to this," and the dad's like, "Listen, I'm gonna make it happen at any way."
Yeah.
And then the daughter just not thinking about it, and then the daughter realizing afterwards, "Oh shit, my dad had to stick up for me with my mom, and this is the way he's doing it." And I just fucking ripped him in the nuts, dude.
Yeah, and I just basically shit on daddy-daughter time. Like, it's the most humiliating thing in the world for me to go and be with, like, but it felt like it worked. Like, it felt natural.
I get to the sheet. Look at Matt's trying to be the other side of it. That was brilliant. So, like this, like, everybody knows what cons are like now, but like starter cons, it reminded me of starter cons, right? Like you'd have it in like the VFW hall or like like you have it.
But it's like it's supposedly the first con honoring actual like superhero. Like you expect it to be huge, I would think.
Yeah, I thought it was
in a VFW hall.
No. When I used to work for Red Bull and do like put on all these marketing events, it was exactly like this shit. We'd like take over like.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. There's plenty of small. I've been to plenty of small little shows and cons.
Yeah,
but the way she was building it up, it felt like it was like I thought it was in the city at first.
Yeah,
and then it
was I thought it was gonna be like San Diego
like,
Comic Con on steroids or something.
I was like, oh no, it's just at the fucking the base where Captain America trained.
Like in a gym, or in a warehouse. Like that's.
And it was like as dark as shit. It looked like
the people get so fucking excited for that. No, I love this. I thought this was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. No, but
what the hell? Yeah, the Ant-Man reveal that he has a podcast and apparently dishes the information on people. Because they did that brilliantly because they did explain how you would know like her real name and all that because Scott Lang's basically can't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Corban, you have the link. You can jump on.
Did I put it in the main chat? Yeah, I did.
This guy, the guy that's like because isn't he in the comic books the boyfriend? Is that not the first boyfriend?
They had a moment eventually.
Thank you, Darth Lopez, $1.99.
They had a moment before that universe ended. Like
Good
before
night.
Secret Wars happened.
Hold on.
They had a moment together.
Or a pin or something like this. What is this one? Good night, moon, sleep, Catherine Kennedy with a win.
Good night, moon.
Trophy, roses, $1.99. Thank you very much, Darth Lopez. Yeah. Oh, he said he was at home. Then he said he's gonna be home in 15 minutes.
Well, we still got 5 and 5 after the, and we still got the tier list. So.
He did.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with him.
I think
so like,
there's.
go ahead.
Yeah, he did kind of fall. At least at first, I got used to it, but he did kind of fall into that one trope for me that like all the high school kids look like they're like 25 years old.
Couple times,
I was hoping he didn't fall into the ducky trope. You know what I mean? And I don't think he did. Like
no,
he didn't actually fall into the ducky trope.
not yet. But in the comics, he kind of was.
Yeah,
and we still might in this as the series goes on because I know we're getting that other dude showing up in the series. The other Inhuman, the ice dude. Can't think of his name. Anyway, then we get the bangle on. I also liked her getting ready in the bathroom and then unfortunately forgetting the gloves. Kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, but you fell for it. You're like, oh, get the gloves. Oh shit.
Yeah. And then you felt, and at the same time, oh, don't worry about it. Just go. You get the bangle. You'll be fine. And then whatever this, I don't know if this moment is to kind of, what do you think this is that she fell into for a minute?
Dark World.
I think it's. Oh yeah, I think it's the mist. I think somehow that is attached to the Targaryen mist, and this is linked to it.
Yeah, you think like I don't know if this was like the Black Panther ancestors. Like, are these her ancestors who held this bangle? But it looks pretty ominous to be that.
They kept bringing up the genies, whatever they call them.
Yeah, the djinn.
The djinn. They kept bringing up that, so I'm assuming that they're going to form that type of scenario where the thing is possessed by that, and that's what gives her the like inhuman powers eventually. So
I see what you're saying. So like the story of the djinn is based off of this real thing.
So then all of a sudden it attaches on there, that thing comes off or
this
whatever.
Kree artifact.
Yeah, so it forms into her actual whatever, and that's what's giving her the inhuman powers. So Prozone.
And then she goes and she's just shooting whatever the fuck that was.
Anybody
crystals?
Anybody catch the comment about the one girl's cosplay? I was like, but basically it was basically the original Miss Marvel outfit.
Oh yeah, it's like it's not even screen. It's not even accurate.
No, you got it's not even screen accurate.
It's not screen accurate, but it's like a Marvel outfit.
Yeah. Do you think that's Targaryen crystal? You think that's what they were trying to do with it? So it's like kind of like that one part in the Inhumans where can't remember who it was, but they had a power where they could just use that part of it, almost like Iceman. But there's always two. Oh, there could be.
And I kept trying. I was looking and looking. I could not find an image of the Mjolnir with the Zoe, or the other girl. Again, I don't think she's a mean girl. That's what I think. It's not that trope.
Oh, they just got popular.
The bully girl. I think there's situations where she might bully her a little bit, but it's not a.
Yeah, it just seems like she got too popular for him, and they used to be friends.
Yeah. But I couldn't find the image of her like getting saved. Like, this is the best I could get was the aftermath save.
Yeah, dude. I thought that was kind of funny where she's like, "Get out of the way," and she just goes, "Well, she didn't recognize her, right?"
Yes. Yeah, she's like, "Do you do parties?"
Yeah, which I was like, "Wait, what? How don't you recognize her?" But whatever. I mean, she put her helmet on while going on stage, so how don't you recognize her? I don't.
She wasn't paying attention. She wasn't looking.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't connect the dots. You're not thinking of that person.
Wait, explain what happened to the head. How did the head come loose again?
The what? The Ant-Man head?
Yeah. Head.
One of her.
He hit it with her
power thing.
Extendo arm or whatever it was.
I know, but I just think
I don't understand how it rolled back.
Yeah.
Like I get how it rolled, but then it rolled back into everything.
It was fun. Whatever.
Yeah, it was a little silly. And then of course they ride the bike home, and I loved how it was on the side of the house. The plan was to be home by 9:22, and I was like 11:55.
And you knew the mom wasn't. You knew the parents. At least one of them.
Yeah,
it was great.
And that's where I got the more of the sense of she kind of knows. Like, I don't know if she knows she's already got that thing on her wrist.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like the way she was talking to her, like.
I think she was just mad that she snuck out.
Yeah, no, I thought it was when she took the. I don't think she knows yet she had the bracelet. I thought that was just her taking the junk when she saw the bracelet because she's like, "Oh, it's just junk or whatever," and let her go through it. The minute
No. I know. I don't think she knows she has the bracelet at this point, but I think it's still part of her concern and her worry is that you're too much head in the clouds like my mother. I want you to be more like me.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? That's what you say. You got to choose who you want to be. Do you want
so
to be
is
good like me?
Grandma Kamal Khan? Is there going to be something where she tried to be a superhero and something went wrong? Like she didn't spend a lot of time with her daughters.
Maybe that's how I'm taking it. That's why her mom
Wasn't that
is
the whole?
resentful of it.
Wasn't that the whole Monica Rambeau story?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you abandoned me.
So
well, that's how they'll connect.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And then she's like, nope, I want to be the cosmic one.
Yeah. Well done. Well acted.
Did you guys watch the after credit scene?
I did not, unfortunately.
No, it was just
I
the
did not.
damage control. Basically, they know she exists.
Oh, the damage control. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't know there was a credit. I just was listening to the music. I was just grooving to the credit scenes, and then this popped up, and I'm like, oh, what's this?
So we
And
get
this video of her.
So that's where we could get the damage crew now, or whatever. The damage report. Crew?
Yeah, and I guess they're making these guys more like Shield now. They're not just cleanup crew. They're investigating. I don't know.
Interesting.
Is it? Are they going to be part of Sword? Is this how they're going to do Sword?
I don't know. Well, there's still damage control. I mean, I don't know if they're just playing up that aspect.
Well, the thing is, like Sword. Are they going to link damage control to Sword?
To Sword? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, like it's a breakdown. It's the Earth version.
Yeah.
Like that'd be interesting.
Yeah, who knows? But that's it. There's my slideshow for this one. But
Great job.
Like I said, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I would tell you if it wasn't in. I don't know, man.
So
go ahead.
My biggest problem with this,
well,
it's not really nitpick. It's so like we got the 2-episode drop for a lot of things now, and I don't know if it's because we've gotten used to it or not, but this really needed a 2-episode drop, I think. Because
I was actually going to say
I got about 45 minutes of exposition. I think it did, because by the time you got to the pack where she actually gets her powers, it just kind of cuts off. Matt, you don't learn anything about the powers other than they come off from the bracelet.
But I still feel good about it. Like after this one, like I don't feel like, man, you didn't even tell me. I feel like I got enough story out of this one episode, just because I think we got in really involved with all the other characters and the side characters. Like we got a good sense of everything to start.
Matt, do you want to hop on? And by the way, maybe it's maybe because the morning time I watched Obi and then this, so it's like my TV time with the rest of my day was pretty much, that's a lot. So like the hour was okay for me, and I felt like I didn't ever feel like, hey, this thing's got to end soon. I was just like, okay, it was good. I was satisfied by watching it and was like, okay, that's done. It's good. It was good.
Yeah,
so,
I watched this one twice today because I watched to make sure I had it done for the show. And then I knew my son wanted to watch when he got home from school, but I knew he was going to play outside afterwards. So I didn't know there'd be enough time.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, JJ, but like at the same point, like, hold on, I'm sending him the link. I understand what you're saying, but I do find it a little bit nitpicky.
This is still only 6 too, right?
What is this?
This is only 6
that
episodes
was 10.
as well, right?
Is it 10?
Is it?
I thought it was 10.
Oh, it can't be 10. Maybe 8?
Not 10.
Now I got to look.
I would like it to be 10. I wanted to get rid of the 6-episode thing if they can. Like if it's not mini movies.
Well, yeah, 6 episodes feels like a mini.
Yeah. But no, I mean, if this goes on, it crosses over. Like I always said, they got to stop having dead points in their drops. So like this is going to obviously end after Kenobi. And then
I think it's at 6.
Is it? Shit.
It'll end July 13th, and then we're come August. I think we're supposed to get She-Hulk, right?
Yeah.
And Andor, and then Andor is going to run into Bad Batch.
Yeah, they got to overlink them.
Yeah, things are going to start over. Well, they haven't yet. Like until this point, we haven't had overlaps. We're going to start getting overlaps. Well, hell, I guess this overlapped. I mean, I had to watch Obi and this today, so yeah, there is overlaps.
Oh, we can't play. Okay.
Which guy?
The AFZO. He's trying to sell
Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch. What they do.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
they give us access to block on Twitch, I guess.
yeah, they don't. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. As long as we're dropping stuff, I don't mind it. If we get 2 because there's nothing there. But then again, I think they need to make it to 10.
What do you want to go up with next? You want to do the 5 and 5, or you want a tier list?
Watch this be better than Obi. It looks like it already is.
So far, I like it better, but
yeah.
To be fair,
it's only one episode.
Yeah, it's only one episode. I'm gonna get ahead of myself.
It's one episode, and I think our standards were pretty low on what this is going to be. So
yes,
I'm going to hold off real quickly before I scream. What are we doing next?
It's in the same vein. If you asked me, do you like Top Gun better than Doctor Strange 2? I was like, well, ultimately, yeah, because I expected a lot less out of Top Gun and was pleasantly surprised and was a little disappointed by Doctor Strange 2. So
fair.
Would you say 5 and 5, or what's the other option?
Or the tier list.
Start. Oh shit, I got pissed. So like 5 for 5, I guess.
I could do it. If you got to go, I can run it.
It's all right. It's all right.
JJ can react to my 5 minutes of talk.
No. 5 for 5.
Oh yeah, we'll do 5. Well, here Let me run the thing so I can get it all set up. Where the hell is it? There it is.
See, now you're just adding time.
Yeah, now I'm just feeling. Go ahead.
Leftover. Okay.
All right. Well, the reason why I got to get this set up is because I got to get that going, and then we got to put the timer up. Are we ready for the timer? I think so. You guys know by now we're going to cover 5 comics in 5 minutes. And here we go. All right. So for the first one, I like to do that big ticket item to start us off. And this big ticket item isn't even a full comic. Oh, shit. I'm not even sharing the screen. Hold on. Let me go back. I got to add this to the stream. We have 5 comics in 5 minutes.
Lost a bunch of minutes. Go hit it.
We already lost 30 seconds. All right.
Oh, you're 15 seconds behind.
A full comic sale. This is 1 page.
The page sale.
Jeez. This is 1 page of Batman 1. Yes, it's page 2.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a Joker. Look at that.
$12,000 for 1 page.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And that was 70 bids. There was a lot of action on this one. 70 bids to get that up to over $12,000.
Mm-hmm.
Page 2 only. But shit, it's 1940. Think of how long ago 1940 was. All right, since we were just singing the praises of Ms. Kamala Khan, I figured
if you got to cover this copy, you're just taking it apart.
Yes, you are. You're taking it apart.
Selling the page by page.
Yes, you are. You are 100%. Yes.
I figured we had to look at her, her books, her Kamala Khan books. Now her.
Wait, hold on, real quickly before we do that. How long does it take before a lot of that Gold and Silver Age first appearance stuff, people just start tearing the coverless stuff apart for the first appearance and selling out the first appearance? And then it's gonna be first cameo of their first appearance, all in the same book, by the way. First appearance, second.
Yeah, well,
ad.
First
ad.
Yeah. Just wait till
this is the first cameo page, and you don't get until 3 more pages later.
All right,
you get more.
All right, so Miss Marvel 1. Let's see how much.
Yeah, Miss Marvel 1, because I thought about doing the all new 0.1 or whatever, and prices are pretty stagnant for this one. At least it looks like after the premiere, because these are sales just from just today. It's hitting 309.8 again, whereas just a couple of weeks, May 27th, May 28th, so just like a week or so ago, this was only $200.98. So, granted, there were still some $300 sales mixed in as well, but it seems like everything's being pulled up, so the price is kind of raised over the last day since.
You know what? The good part maybe about this being 6 is like how bad can they screw it up after that first episode was so good? You know what I mean?
True.
Like maybe they don't have time to screw it up. If they do, like this could be a real popular.
We'll see where they go with it. I wasn't on last week to talk about the Willow news, but yes, we are getting Willow. I'm looking forward to it. I like Willow. And this comic's starting to sell.
Why do I like this comic? It's like the worst drawn comic ever. It's just
it's not great, but it's still there. I mean, it's selling for $60 for the set, $30 for just issue 1. Whereas just like a week or so ago, May 30th, May 31st, it was like $17 and $25 for the whole set.
Refuse to sell this book at any price.
So there it is. If you can find this in those dollar boxes, in those cheap bins, maybe you can still make some money off of Willow, because the show's not even out yet. This is just the trailer.
Yeah.
Willow. This is the trailer bump.
Willow carrying the baby. Awesome. Willow.
To be fair, this week, despite as Marco told you, when he went to the shop, there was really one book everybody was talking about as far as like story wise.
Oh yeah, there's a variant. Yeah.
But there are variants, and I don't like to do a lot of variants on here, but we kind of have to because they're the only things that are selling, at least new this week. And this Ben Oliver, who I just covered on Hidden Gems on Monday, this is a pretty cool cover. I get it. I like it. It's a 1 in 25, but it's selling basically double ratio. It's $50-$55. A lot of for a lot of sales right now.
Variant covers have been holding, so I mean,
who knows? I thought that Sozo Micah for Catwoman 43 was gonna just basically go back to ratio, but that's still like it hit highs of like 250. Now it's back in that 150 range.
Oh, her stuff. She's a rock star, and her stuff's good. So
yeah, that cover's great. I got one. I got it sitting over here. Store shorted me one, but we'll see if we get the second one.
Paid $60 for Willow, but I didn't pay it in the first place. So
yeah, exactly. You don't pay 60 for Willow. And the other one that's surprising is the Spider-Man this week. I know, yes, Tombstone is pretty much a badass these days, but this, I forget the Japanese artist's name, but this 1 in 100 incentive. Let's get that clear. This is a 1 in 100 for issue 3. So it's a very high incentive ratio, but it's still selling for well over ratio. This is hitting 200, 220, 230. So this is double ratio at a 1 in 100, which is surprising because I still think there are some store variants, maybe not a lot, but I'm sure there's probably a couple.
Who's on the cover?
This, I don't even know who that's supposed to be on the cover of this one. Because I don't think this has anything to do with the interior of the story, with the Tombstone and Spidey. I think this is a Japanese artist doing their thing with the characters.
Cool.
But there are our 5 comics. 5 minutes.
We did it in 5 perfectly. That's it.
And that is it.
Yeah, the peak background was really good. Okay, you two, since you came up with the idea, set up the promo for what
I will set it up and explain things, and JJ can help me along. You go do what you need to do. I'm going to run the promo first. All right, so where's my intro for our tier list? It is here. All right, as I fly this ship, or fly this plane, not a ship. Like you wouldn't fly a ship. Well, unless it's a spaceship. Well, anyway, as I run this thing solo, waiting for JJ to come back and waiting for Margaret to come back from the bathroom, we are going to tier list our 80s sequels. Now, as we work through this, the way I was taking it from my conversation with JJ was that we were doing like long gestating sequels to 80s properties. So it's basically properties from the 80s where it took a long time for them to make that sequel. There's a gap. I mixed in a couple of TV shows. There's even a couple of things where there was a touch point in the 90s, which doesn't really fit exactly to the 80s criteria. But for all intents and purposes, the spirit of what we were doing still fits. So until Marco gets back, we are going to start us off. I'm going to start from the beginning. And the way I did it was start from the beginning is we are hitting up Snake Plissken. And I know Marco's actually a fan of Snake Plissken. I should have saved this one. But that's his fault for not being here. 1981 on Escape from New York. It took them 15 years before we got Escape from LA in 1996. So 15-year gap before we got that sequel. And yeah. I don't know where to put this one.
This is the best ever. This is the greatest ever.
Are we ranking both together?
Did you try to skip?
No. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. You are ranking it only on the sequel.
S tier.
Oh,
only on the sequel.
S tier. No.
On the sequel. The surfing down through the canyon with Steve Buscemi.
S tier.
Hollywood Eddie.
Hollywood Eddie.
Map of the Stars. I was saying Map of the Stars Eddie.
And have the little war, the Cadillac. S tier. S tier.
Oh.
With the one of the villains was the plastic surgeon doctor, the Surgeon General of Los Angeles.
S tier. Do you not understand the word S tier?
I do. If we were talking Escape from New York, but we're not. We're talking Escape from LA.
This has like one of the most like. This is one of the most like best endings, like one-liner.
I'm with BK. It's just middle of the road for me at best.
LA. It's S tier. Yeah.
Well, Ryan's on board with you, but Kenneth, you do not have Kenneth.
There's nothing better than that. In this,
what do you mean? There's nothing better?
Nothing better.
My God, this was not a good sequel.
Better than that.
This was not a good sequel.
I gotta go like B at best.
Yes,
challenge?
I'm with you, JJ. This is B at best.
Coliseum stuff, like the surfing,
the basketball.
Yes, the basketball challenge.
Which actually, that's a really hard thing to pull off.
Realistic.
There's some people who've done it in real life. I've seen
the Chavez like rip off with the falling in love with
the only worst basketball scene in a movie is the basketball scene with Benjamin Bratt and Catwoman. That's the only worst basketball scene.
Who was it that the daughter skipped town and ended up like dating like some psychopath or whatever? They try to cover it up.
What's up, Matt?
She was like a senator's daughter. It like they took it out of real life. This is brilliant. They used Chavez Guerrero as the bad guy there. Like it was.
How about the awesome graphics of the submarine?
Dude, it's all amazing.
Even for 1996, that was fucking
nothing
terrible.
that was wrong with that movie. That movie is as Lopez said, that's a masterpiece.
This is not a masterpiece.
No, sorry, it's not.
Come on, Snake Bliss. Dude,
I'm pretty sure some of the effects in this movie were better than the 1981 movie.
Oh, the 81 was.
The 81 movie had better effects than the 96
You do understand
movie.
that's the point, though, of these movies, right? Like,
we lost Matt.
You do understand, like, that's the point, right?
I get it.
Well,
Well,
what it's supposed to be. Like, if you go to fucking McDonald's and get a cheeseburger, you're expected to be salty and greasy.
You don't have to explain John Carpenter to me.
This movie was made because
Kurt
Kurt Russell
China
wanted
more
to
than
do it,
anybody.
I think, and the movie studio owed him a favor.
It's not supposed to be Kobe beef. It's literally supposed to taste like hangover food, and this shit tastes like hangover food.
Yeah, but you could maybe you twist my arm, you give me a back rub, maybe you get me up to an A, but I can't give you S. No, I'm still at a B.
No reason whatsoever. Coming in too hot. At 0.
That was the first one. I'm going kind of chronological.
My comment ever here that we've ever seen in the chat is trash can ass to one of the greatest movies ever made. I'm sorry, sir. Good day. Well, oh my God. And then look at his picture. No, sir. No, sir. Yes. S tier.
Keep pushing me, bump.
I don't know. I still don't think we could put it in S. Hey, Matt, what's going on?
What's up? Please explain to me how that Escape from LA, as far as crappy ass sequels that came out years later, is not S tier in that realm.
I don't think Escape from LA is an S tier movie.
Exactly. Thank you. We are doing these long gestating.
I'll give you this much, Marco. It did have like every form of transportation ever in this movie. It's like, oh, you can like surf, you ride in a car, you can hang glide, you
hang glide.
What I'm saying, no, I think you have to explain the category to him. It is a trashy movie, but
it is. I get it.
It is the superior.
It's still for me.
It's like Big Trouble Little China, man.
It's not Big Trouble. That's what I'm saying. It's not top tier trashy movie. It's not Big Trouble Little China.
Get out of that comment.
They made a remix of that and Flash and married it together. It would be.
This isn't Big Trouble in Little China. No. That is just
the first one's not
Big Trouble in
Little China.
No. I'm saying like how Big Trouble in Little China is the S tier of that category,
and that's why that's S tier. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I'm on board.
This is not there.
This is not there. They're not the same category.
This is gonna be a long tier list.
That's the S tier in that category.
It's not the same category. It's not the same league. It's not even the same fucking sport.
Putting it in A. I can't argue anymore about this. Are we putting it in A?
I don't know. Well, Matt said not S. What do you got on this, Matt?
JJ
and I both said B.
I said B.
I feel B. I go with B.
That's where I feel too.
I thought B was being generous, dude.
I'm saying of the genre that Big Trouble in Little China is, this is 30-year-old sequels off of tier movies.
15.
It's not the fucking genre. I'm saying of that genre, guys. Listen.
I know you were saying that. And you know what? I mean, you had some support. You had some support.
They're mutinying. They're S. A. You got 1B.
Go back to what Eric said.
Why'd you have to start with this one, Pete?
Yeah, don't say yeah. Oh, you click on Eric and say, oh, S. That's not what he said. He didn't say this was S. He said this is S. What the hell is in the trash?
All right, A it is. Put it in A.
For you, I will give you an A.
3 B's. S. Put it in A.
I will
we can
give you an A.
move
I will
it
give you an A.
out later, but you got to see what else we have.
You know why? That's why I'm going to give you an A because there is some garbage in here. There's some hot
There's some bad
garbage
stuff.
in this list.
Literally, guys, this is the garbage heap category. You're saying this isn't
That's
top
why it's
level.
fun, though. That's why it's
Yeah,
fun.
well, if we get in arguments over War Games sequel, then
American Werewolf in Paris.
whew.
This is trash.
Yeah,
It's
this
trash.
was not good.
It was not good.
No,
This was
it's
not
trash.
good.
It's
I
really
actually
bad.
paid money to see this in a theater. Actually,
Yeah,
this is like one of
they
the
had
first
my
movies
money
I think I
too.
went to like on a date.
Actually, I'm even arguing this might not be trash. This might be D, to be honest with you, because of some of the shit that's in this list.
Yeah, well,
It actually might be D, real life. In this tier. This might be D.
in this, yeah, I know there's some trash in here, so it could be D. I see what you're saying, but yeah, this was awful. I mean, you
know
go,
what?
and again, we're not doing the original. When you go from the practical effects of the original and some of the crap CGI they gave us in this sequel, oh my god, it was.
And when you make a movie about a werewolf and you can't get the transformation scene of the werewolf correct, you got problems.
Yeah.
I mean, it's forgivable in 1981. It's not so forgivable
in 1981. That was
fantastic.
fantastic. Come on, the bubbling in 1981.
I mean. It was good.
That was S
It was
tier
good in 81,
transformation.
but like
B.
Oh no, we can't go B because
BK. BK, do you
I'll
understand?
save it from trash. I'll say D.
Okay, I'm going to talk slow so BK can understand. BK. These are all horrible remakes.
No, not all.
Most
of them.
Most.
They're all pretty bad.
No, most.
When we're gonna I'll give you the next one then. Okay, put this in D so we can move on.
So this is like, although this is great nostalgia, it's also the case of like a lot of these probably should have never been made.
Yes, that's what's weird. And I'm
okay,
guessing.
So going with D, and then we're gonna move up to going with most. Trash.
This is trash.
Greatest movies of all time.
Oh my god! Yeah.
There's a character named Squiggles.
Comedies of all fucking time. This is trash. So where's the movies that are almost not trash? This is fucking horse trash.
Poor John Belushi's legacy.
Oh my god.
So bad.
Hot steam and dump right on top of it. Oh my god, this is
Matt, do you have anything to say that's not trash? Please.
I mean, it's got John Goodman in it, so that's at least a D, right?
No, this wasn't good, John Goodman.
No,
this was I want a paycheck, John Goodman.
Let's forget the fact that it's also called Blues. Like you couldn't come up with a sequel, so they just use like the trendy thing of Blues Brothers 2000 because it's
1998, mind you. They're 2 years ahead of 2000.
This is where I'm arguing back to, and even though we passed it, but Snake Plissken. Like that movie's supposed to be a C-rate cult movie. This was actually a streamlined, great comedy. You took a great up-and-coming, sharp, clever comedy, and then you did like is that MC Hammer?
No. That's Joe Morgan, I think. Or
oh, really? Well, I can't remember. It took me 3 days to watch
the
movie. So
remember holding the button and then he blew up.
All right.
Oh,
I mean, to know how many people in chat have actually watched this.
I had
dumpster fire.
That kid's fucking stupid as shit in the movie.
Oh yeah,
was it like Squiggles or something? What was his name?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, move along.
Trash it. Yeah.
I don't care what the kid's name is. I put it in trash the second you put the picture up.
Okay,
wow.
Trash.
This technically is a prequel, by the way.
It does. Well, it's not. It doesn't have to. There we have some prequels. It's not. It's just another movie in the series.
In the franchise.
In the franchise. Continuing the franchise 16 years later. Then my wife put me up to this one, and I'm like, you know what? This actually does fit the criteria. So it's going in.
Criteria, but put it to B. Put it to B.
B.
Yeah, A, B. Yeah, it was
So
good.
Wait, I want to get it straight. This is worse than Escape from LA.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh yeah. Because when you compare, because
I just want to clarify that.
Well,
I'm not disagreeing. I just want to
no. Yes, because when you compare the Jedi, how good Jedi was to this in the same genre of sci-fi space odysseys, compared to Snake Plissken, which is C-rate cult classic movies. Yes.
I'm going to paint this picture for you. We had Jedi 1983. We had this movie coming out in 1999. Me, in college at the time, camped out overnight for tickets, to get tickets for said movie. We had me camped out night before movie showing so I could get a decent seat in the movie.
Sounds like you.
I saw this piece of shit 4 times that first day.
What?
All fucking day. I watched this goddamn pod race. Fucking Howard Cosell wannabe. Yippee, yappy, yappy. Annie, yippee.
So-
4 times.
I didn't wait any lines. I watched the first day. I thought it was good. So
You know what's gonna make you mad, Pete? I actually saw this the night before it came
Attack
out.
of the Clones. That's what made me mad.
I was working in a movie theater at the time. So you have to preview the reels basically because you have to put them together and attach the trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think
I
it
literally
goes in-
watched it like the night before it actually.
I think it goes in C because they made an entire movie in Fanboys about a group of Star Wars fans going to Skywalker Ranch to find out just how bad this movie is. And that movie ends on the question, guys, what if this movie sucks? And it ends. And there it is.
There's also the fact that poor dying kid got to watch it first.
Right. That's the last movie he saw before he died.
That's the last movie he saw.
That's the sad. I love a good tragedy. That's why.
Okay. Hey, Chad's got it way higher than you guys. So I'm with Chad. It's B or someone got an S.
I'd say B is probably fair. I almost want to go C, but I'd say B.
Yeah.
I put it in A or B.
I didn't want to put it in trash. It's not trash, but it's
No.
Compared
to what else on this list, this is like a freaking Oscar winner compared to some
I'm
of the stuff.
fine with B. We'll put it.
Yeah, you guys are giving it a hard time because Pete's mad because you're mad some kid that was dying watching.
Oh, if we were
No,
waiting,
that's not why I'm mad. I'm mad
if
because
we were doing the movie after this.
If I was Pete in my lonely life in college was sitting in a line to watch a movie and then watching it 7 times, yeah, I'd be mad like Pete too. I probably wouldn't make it as well, but I didn't.
The only other movie from that time I'm more angry at is End of Days because I spent 6 hours in traffic trying to get home after seeing that piece of shit.
Oh no. You did the wrong thing. I had a hangover. I rolled in, watched the movie in air conditioning, and because it's always air conditioning and pop. I had a pop, and I enjoyed it.
But so what movie theater doesn't have air conditioning in 1999? Where do you watch movies?
When I went to go watch it doesn't always have air conditioning, man. It didn't always work. So
that's a place you really want to be. A movie theater with no air conditioning is worse than any convention.
Like me and 4 other people, dude. It was there's 3 people with me, and then there was another group of like 4 or 5 people in the whole theater.
Hey, so let's all sit in a dark, stagnant room together, eating snacks.
I was waiting for this one.
Humid as fuck. Like, no, that's the
horrible. Horrible.
C. This is C.
Oh, this is C.
No, it's a C.
I thought this was Lightning Jack for a second, but it wasn't.
Oh my god! I thought this was Thunder Bay with Hulk Hogan in it for a little bit instead of.
This was actually this is one of the ones that you expected to be like awful, but it actually was not as terrible as I expected.
I don't know though. I really like the first 2. I can watch Crocodile Dundee 1 or 2 anytime.
Yeah, 1 and 2 I could watch. This one
I can't do this one.
This is one of the ones like
AOA.
All trash.
AOA, come on, man.
That's unfair.
What do you want?
Knife. This is
It's not a knife.
What do you think?
I see you played Knifey Spoony before.
All right, so what are we doing here? We doing D on this or D?
I'm good with D personally.
I said C. D's probably pretty fair.
I don't think Eric,
trash.
BK. I
It's
see
not
some
awful.
D's in the chat and a trash.
All right, D.
We'll go D. I'm good with D because it's just not as good as the others. The others are.
That's where we can't figure out a microwave D. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I kind of want to watch Crocodile Dundee 1 now because that's a good movie.
I do too.
I don't even know how this made the list. I did.
I had to make the list out of what was available.
There's
not a lot of
Pete and I
movies
had to
that
stretch the
criteria.
list a little bit.
I can't say probably anything, but I would assume that it probably wasn't fucking good.
This is a prequel, by the way. If you're worried about that, my wife had to tell me this was a prequel.
I'm trashing it either way.
trash.
Well,
yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't like the first one.
I would say
If there's
trash.
no sway,
and I didn't
it's
even like the
trash.
first one. I'm with Pete. I didn't like the first one.
Yeah, I don't care. It's nothing to do with it's a
I
chick
don't like the
flick.
first
Like
one.
I like plenty of chick flicks. Dirty Dancing was just not a good movie to me.
I don't think it was that great of a movie. So I would have Dirty Dancing the original in C or D. So this has got to be trash by default. Anybody else in the chat? There's gonna be somebody in the chat. AOA is probably
Watch. We've all never watched it. It's probably like the best movie ever.
Eric, there we go. We'll go right off of Eric. Good enough for me.
Only person here that saw it. Matt, did you see it?
No, God, no.
Not even by accident, flipping through
Not even
channels.
by
I didn't walk.
I've watched
ran.
Dirty Dancing, but I've never
literally-
seen Havana Nights, and
When I saw this, I was like,
I feel like I'm a better person for it.
I didn't even know this was a fucking movie. Like, did not know this existed. I just
Hey,
okay.
if I disappear, it's because there's a thunderstorm and my power went out.
Crash again.
Oh my god. This movie doesn't exist. This isn't real.
Yeah, I blanked this from my
There's
mind.
only 3 Indiana Jones movies. What is this?
Yeah.
So bad. This is why, like, every time they mention
know-
the new Indiana Jones movie, I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, oh shit, this thing. I'm like, no, please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Well,
Please.
I don't want to reignite the Kenobi argument, but this is what makes me so upset about movies like this is like, so Kenobi, you have like an obviously totally different crew, different writers, and this you have pretty much the same crew for a film like this, and it's still bad.
Yeah. It's because they said, Spielberg, come on, make one more. I don't know. What
Yeah.
are we going to tell? You know what? I want to talk about aliens again. Let me make another movie about aliens.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. You know what would be cool? Let's have this young, hot actor, Shia LaBeouf, come and be in our movie. Let's have him swing through the trees with the monkeys.
Wow.
Because
see,
George of the Jungle is my favorite cartoon.
I would give it
I mean, this movie showed you could survive a nuclear bomb in a refrigerator. So
Oh,
let's
yeah,
go.
I didn't even
Clearly
the
facts.
I didn't even get to the
Yeah.
refrigerator. The only good thing in this movie was
I
Kate
don't know.
Blanchett, and that was a stretch because she was.
Saving a D right now. Chat's got a D, and I think that's. I
I would have put it at C. I'd put it at C because it had 1 or 2 redeemable things in it compared to some
But
of these.
did you like the Ernie Reyes scenes where he was coming out of the tombs, just kicking them?
I think we got to put it in D because if JJ's
Yeah,
put
that's fine. I don't need to trash it.
What do you got, Matt? Trash or D?
I can't trash
Moving
Indy.
on.
I mean, I'd go C because I'd rather watch that than,
Yeah,
the other movies that are in D.
That's true.
true.
But you know what? You know what my biggest problem with that movie is? I feel so bad. My father-in-law hadn't seen a movie in the theater since Jurassic Park, and then my wife and I took him to see this.
No, you didn't. Well, that's on you.
Well, it's because he hadn't been to the movies. And like, hey,
You might
let's
as well
go
have
see
just tripped him
Indiana
and
Jones
spit in his
together.
face at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
Dear Diary.
Just hit him with a 2x4 until he passes out.
Thinking on the quality of the movie in the genre. Pete, unfortunately, is like, Snake Plissken. Yeah, we saw that. It was okay, but my dog fucking died that day, so it's fucking trash. But hey,
That's
know
not
what?
why I said Snake Plissken doesn't belong up there.
Because, my father-in-law, and then
To Marco's point about like Escape from LA, like I see it in this film because this was like that movie you expect to be really good, and it was just so bad.
Yeah.
So that knocks it even further down the list. Like, was it bad
Yeah.
compared to some of the other movies? No, but
No.
at the same
But
time,
in genre and everything else,
it's
pretty
so disappointing.
All right, let's go next. What? Oh no, this wasn't that bad. The Tribes?
Ooh, no?
No,
we did get
you
the
sure
Frog
about that?
Brothers back.
No. And this is why the Lost Boys, for as great as it was, I mean, once again, it's like at the time, vampires weren't a huge thing.
Don't shit on Sax, man.
That's
No.
not true. There were all kinds of vampire movies in the late 80s.
Yeah, but not that type, not the teenage angst.
Fright Night.
Yeah, Fright Night's awesome.
Like 3 Fright Nights.
I'm just saying, like, it's still in like that. I don't see it as once again. I see this as maybe not the Snake Plissken thing, but I don't see it as being. When I watched the second one, I'm like, yeah, straight to TV movie, good stuff. Like, it's okay.
It was
Awesome.
21 years later.
This was
Yeah.
completely unnecessary.
Yeah,
Oh,
21
it was
years later, they
completely
said, you know
a,
what? What's
Why?
Corey Feldman doing?
Corey Feldman's like, I need money. I'll do this movie.
Yeah.
By the way,
Throw
I'm
me a check.
not saying
Wait,
raise it
wait,
above
check.
C. I'm
Is he
trying
making Meatball 6? No? All right, let's bring him over.
to say, no, I'm saying expectations. One of the Corys is dead already, right?
Oh, yeah, by this point, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Corey Haim's gone.
The other one was going through like drug rehab for 40 years.
No mystery people are trying to stab me with needles out of the blue anywhere right yet. Let's go ahead and make this movie.
Position where this movie came out. Indiana Jones 4 came out as like it's the next great Spielberg movie.
But we're not comparing it. You can't compare it to other ones on the list.
Yeah, we're not compared to other ones on the list. We're just
Lost
going
Boys-
off of the movie itself. It was straight to DVD.
And we are going straight to straight to DVD. For a straight to DVD movie, they should be shit. This was shit.
You know what?
Shit.
Yes. It's
So
bad.
wait, let me get this straight.
If I put those lenses on, if I put those straight to DVD lenses on, you're right.
It's still
This is
bad.
about a C. This is about a C.
No,
C or D, yes. C or D.
no, still trash.
No, see, it's not trash for
It's
straight
still
to
trash.
No, that's you're.
You can't just give an excuse of, well, it was
story
it
about
was
it.
supposed to be shitty, and it was even
Six
shittier than I
foot
thought. So
long,
therefore, it's okay.
And then he had to go to the doctor, and it froze off his baby toe. There's no story behind this because it's straight to DVD. So, like, set up the expectations properly. Straight to DVD.
It did have Autumn Reeser from the OC in it, so that was nice.
The comic guy is in the
Even the cover of this movie is bad. What does he do? Riding a motorcycle through a graveyard?
DVD, dude.
Oh, these
And the naked chicks.
they're
are here.
cheaper and fast. So
C said it. Do they say C?
I think
yeah.
C. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I thought it had
Alright.
C.
give
So
the
I'm
Frog
overruled.
Brothers a C.
Go campaigning for Escape from Detroit at this point. Shit, I'd watch that as long as straight to DVD.
Cleveland. Remember, there was an Escape from Cleveland.
Oh,
They
there
mentioned an Escape from LA.
There
Just
was
saying.
Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they should do the prequel.
20 years later.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Oh, good lord.
Rambo. Actually, this was not as horrible as I was going to
C, right?
I think this
C?
is a B.
I think B or C.
Ah,
I go C probably in my book, but
B. I like that.
B? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of make fun of some of the other stuff in the other ones.
you
so,
know
like-
what? I mean, yeah,
Not to think about
it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, no.
Dude, I would rather watch any Rambo movie over anything in the lower tiers. So
Yeah,
And
you're
if
not
you're gonna
wrong.
give-
point as
if
well.
you're gonna give episode 1 a B and you're not gonna give a Rambo movie,
Fair. This is.
I'll give you this much. Dude, one thing I liked about this movie was like it was like 20 years later, but they didn't like bother to give you like the re-origin story of John Rambo. It's just like
No,
they
just a
like,
continue.
leap right into
Not only
it.
that, they just upped the gore for it's like, you know what? We're gonna have
Oh,
dudes get ripped apart by machine gun fire. Like
Yeah.
Oh my
in the 80s, they just got hit and they fell down. We're gonna have pieces of people flying.
Yeah.
I think the point of this was to make fun of that. So like
We got lots of B's.
No.
Stallone's like 80, still going strong, speech impediment at an all-time high.
Hot Shots
Like-
Part 2 made fun of it.
Yeah,
but
come on.
Lots of B's.
Put in the
guess.
B.
Stallone's still got a better body than all of us at 80 years old.
I know.
Oh God.
I didn't watch.
I had
this.
no idea this existed until I came up with this list.
Would you like to play a game?
The game isn't over.
I mean, War Games is great, but I don't think seeing a second version. Didn't we see this? Wasn't there a Bruce Willis movie with? Wasn't this Die Hard 4?
What?
Wasn't that what happened? in
Die Hard back in
4?
the saddle.
Which was the one that had the one where it was like his daughter and the
Oh, that
boy?
was Die Hard.
Yeah.
A Good
With a
Day to
Vengeance.
Die Hard.
Good Day to Die Hard. Yeah,
The
wasn't
one
that?
with
Justin Long.
yes,
Yeah,
Justin Long, Kevin Smith was in it.
War Games. I mean, pretty.
No, that
much.
wasn't A Good Day to Die Hard. A Good Day to Die Hard was
Yeah,
But
Oliphant
Live Free
was
and
the
Die
last
Hard.
one.
Wasn't it Live Free and Die Hard?
Why isn't
Yeah,
that?
Live Free and
That's
Die
right.
Hard
It was
the one.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Why is
The Good Day to Die Hard was the one with his son.
That's not on this list, is it?
What?
Live Free and Die Hard.
Well, no, because there was Die Hard 3 was like in the middle of the 90s. Like
Yeah.
that franchise didn't really break. There were some stretches, but they kept going.
It was about 12 years.
That's really cool.
between.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna say trash.
We
I
know-
trash just because I
Always-
haven't watched it.
We're
And the
all
poster.
trashy. All right, fair enough. Put it in the trash.
Yeah, this is just, is anybody going to bother to try? Like,
Nope.
I mean, I love Matthew Broderick, but I'm not watching
I
War
wanna know what
Games
you guys
over and
think
over
about
again,
this.
let alone
Hey, Tron was in it. I didn't mind Tron Legacy too much. Even though they had Jedi Jeff Bridges.
you did I was going to say the Uncanny Valley didn't bother you. There's the
the
dead
rest
eyes.
of the list. This is going to be the closest thing we get to fucking S tier.
He's probably right.
This is the closest. If
I
this does not
disagree.
make S,
Oh no,
There-
there's no way. No, I got
This
an
is a-
absolute S tier for you on this list.
Yeah.
Really?
I do too.
I
And
like
I've
this
seen
though.
it.
I haven't-
There's an absolute
It
S
kept
tier
it-
in this list.
So this kept, in my opinion, mostly a vibe of the original, but like didn't go like super ham on it. You know? I
think
don't know.
B's a solid one for this.
Yeah, I'd say A or B.
Corbin's,
Yeah,
Corbin-
I'm more on the B. I'm with
Corbin's shirt is freaking me out. Does it look like wavy to anybody else? It's L3D.
Yeah, it's the type of material, I guess. It's like a
Yeah, I
red-
guess with the camera, it's
Oh,
getting magic eye effect. I see a
That's
sailboat.
dope. I'm like a living
right.
green screen.
Corbin, what do you
Yeah.
think of Legacy? What do you think of Legacy? Tron Legacy.
That's the only one I ever saw. So, like, I feel like I've been watching a few of these movies. I've only seen the sequels to a few of these movies. So,
I
I
figured
mean,
this is right of your genre. Oh, this is like your movie watching age.
the 80s.
No, well, no.
No,
These
this one came out in what was it, 20?
2010.
which
This was like one of the
Tron-
longest
Oh
ones.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw Tron Legacy. I didn't see Tron
You never
until
saw it?
later. I thought it was
the
okay.
original Tron came out when he was still a twinkle in his daddy's eye. So
I
it-
still
well,
remember
yeah.
getting
All
those
right,
original
all right.
Tron toys.
82. Yeah, it beat me by what 13, 14 years. Yeah.
I mean, how cool are those clear plastic figures?
You
Like,
were
I don't know.
born
There's something about
years
those.
after 82.
Huh?
Holy shit. Okay.
dude,
all
he's
right.
a youngin. He's only in his 20s,
I keep
man.
getting
Yeah.
it.
Wait, are you questioning him being born after 82?
Of
No,
course
just 13 years seems like a long time.
Oh,
after-
13 years after 82. Yeah.
Okay, guys. All right. Anyway, yeah, it was a bit after.
Wait,
But anyway,
Corbin, you're telling me you were born after Jurassic Park?
yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
I was coming of age when the Lost World. I
How
was
are
coming of
they
age.
Trying to be?
Huh?
They're putting
Man,
Tron.
you're making me feel old.
I'm sorry. I will say I'll give Trying to Be. I mean, I like the
No,
second
hey.
one.
I'll go A because it's definitely better than Escape from LA for me. So
Oh,
you can't.
That's
movie's
fair.
in a
I'll
lot
back
more.
A.
Okay, we're putting in A. We're overriding.
That's
the
fine.
chat.
So, in case we put any more chats, we'll cover me up. and
We're
stuff.
overriding the chat on that one. Trash.
I'll get it there.
Trash. Wall Street.
Oh, yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Shia
trash.
LaBeouf loves to make trash ass movies 20 years
Yes, he
after
does.
it came out, huh?
I didn't even know this was a sequel.
He makes
You know
trash
it's a
ass sequels.
sequel.
There's other
Nope.
good movies that he's
I was like,
made.
what an odd looking movie to come out. I remember when it came out going, okay. I
Well, because they made a
guess.
sequel to a movie. Like, why are you making a sequel to this movie? It makes no
Wow.
sense.
The sad part is like people misunderstood the fucking point of the movie in the first place, right? Like they really did, because then everybody
Well-
kept running around afterwards saying how Greed is good.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
missed the point of the first fucking movie, and then they did a second movie, and it's still fucking. Was
And the
like,
first movie is so 80s, like embedded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take that out, and it's just not the same. Like
Well, and
stock
they had to
market
go-
trading is not the same as it was in 1987.
and they had to go get Shia LaBeouf to do it because Charlie Sheen is tiger blooding it up and Daryl Hannah's all coked out. So
wasn't
you had to
Charlie
get-
blooding it up in 2010?
he was on his way to that. Yeah, I mean he was still of a coke fiend, so he was still like
He's
very
Charlie
Even-
was
crazy and-
struggling in Major League 2.
And let's say,
Yeah.
even high on coke, he was probably smart enough to pass on this.
right.
All right, throw in the trash. If it's too trashy for Charlie, it's too trashy for us.
Yeah, that I can't. Yeah, that movie's garbage.
What the fuck
Oh,
is this?
Fuck
garbage?
this trash. This is trash.
What is this? Has anybody
Terrible
watched
trash.
it?
I've seen
I-
this.
I've
Actually-
seen
Garbage.
it, and it is
Isn't
trash.
that the guy
yeah.
who like licked his what's it called? I met him.
Ruined a
remember?
great movie for me.
Shout out to Atsuki.
Yeah,
I
Shit,
forget-
no.
I made it watch the
They made
first
a third one.
They've got
I've
another.
never
they've
seen
got
the
a
third one.
sequel
I didn't
to it
remember
coming
watching
out
this one.
soon. Like
Yeah,
another
there's a third one coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Daniel Stern. That's who that is.
who's that guy? Who's the dad in the second one?
Daniel Stern.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The one of the sticky
Home
bandits
Alone?
from Home Alone.
Oh, really?
The tall,
one,
skinny
not
guy?
Pesci.
Marv. He was Marv in
Yeah,
Home
Marv.
Alone.
Not 6, 7.
Trash it. We're
7
trash
and a half.
already.
Yeah, it's definitely trash.
Yeah,
Damn,
that-
Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah.
He screwed up the whole thing. Oh, is this
there's
what
so
you
much
guys-
trash in this list.
I disagree with this being S tier, by the way.
This is S tier.
This is S.
S tier.
It's not.
You're
I think
not gonna hit
I
it.
don't think it's S tier either. I think it's A.
it's A.
This is S.
It's A.
You put this
Yes.
on, I'm stopping to watch it every day.
Yeah,
I
the
thought it
second
was
one,
really
right?
good.
Fury Road. Yeah, I will too.
It wasn't anywhere. It wasn't anywhere close to good as the first two. And
Well, there was a
Oh,
second.
get out of here.
Well,
there's
He's got a
Mad
big
Max.
downstep from
Max-
Mel Gibson.
I disagree.
Tom Hardy.
so the second one was great. There's no beating the second one.
Thunderdome. Yeah, you can't beat Thunderdome.
Thunderdome was cheesy, but still
No,
fun.
Thunderdome was the third one.
Third, yeah. The second
Third,
one.
yeah.
The second
Yeah.
one is Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Which is
Was Road Warrior is great, which was pretty much this
Great.
is what is
Which
pretty much
Road
a
Warrior
remake of
was
Road
first
Warrior
one.
in a way. But
Road Warrior's 1 for the American crowd. Thunderdome's 2 for the American crowd. Mad Max is 3. This one, they're Fury Road. Either way, this Fury Road.
me,
I
This
think this
is
is better
S.
than Thunderdome.
To
It
me,
didn't
this
have the
is
weird
S.
like Children of the Corn plane crash children. Thunderdome did.
Marv, BK, AOA.
It's there. I
There's
think it's
BK
S.
again.
AOA.
S
Yeah.
has yeah.
Ryan.
That gets it, but I'm not. If you're saying AOA and Ken are
Snowblind.
it's Snowblind Comics, which the only other comment he ever meant is trash crap for stuff you.
Yeah. But I'm sure he said trash crap when it was trash crap, and he's saying SK.
Marco's just upset as being out Escape from LA.
No. I don't mind that. But this is how you know it's not true because he said it's better than Thunderdome. Which
It is better than Thunderdome.
It is better than Thunderdome.
Oh, you guys are wrong. You guys are.
I
so
get it.
wrong.
I mean, I'm not saying Thunderbolt. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Thunderdome is trash. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
no,
better than
it's still
Thunderdome.
better than.
This is
not-
Tina Turner.
They had to, no, time out. This guys, you guys.
Tina Turner's overacting.
Oh, God, yeah.
What is this?
Like they are so wrong. This movie was dumb. They put a cage on his mouth. The blood thing was stupid. The blood pack.
You had a midget riding a much bigger guy called Master
the
Blaster.
guy with the fucking
Master Blaster.
All of a sudden they're playing a fucking. All of a sudden it breaks out to a musical in the middle of this motherfucker for some reason.
The weakness of the champion of the Thunderdome was a whistle.
Fury Dome broke out in a fucking desert.
You want me to keep
musical.
going? I'll keep going.
Are we going to forget about it? Desert musical in fucking middle of fucking.
The
Fury
children
Dome.
worshipped the captain of the crashed plane and thought Mad Max flew it.
Yeah, I get that.
You want me to keep going?
Outback, in the Outback, it makes sense. This one, we've got the blood transfusion and a
This
fucking.
is still the
rock
Outback.
Oh my god, musical! You're raking a fucking apocalyptic musical.
Hey, this wasn't a musical. That dude was.
It wasn't a musical.
That dude was shredding. That guy would be.
Guitars and fucking dancing, guitars and fucking organs. They're running around with organs for fucking some reason. Got no fucking gas, but they got fucking organs and shit. They're sucking blood out of everybody, but fucking organs. Okay,
Dude, the straight
And
up.
apparently they
practical
huff
effects,
silver
those
spray
pole
paint.
cats, those
Yeah,
dudes on the fucking poles going back and forth.
amazing.
Come on.
That was also the graphics of the 80s. All right, next up. This wasn't that bad.
Hey,
I
that
mean-
was good.
Yeah.
That's good. Just A tier, wasn't
I
it?
still got to watch this.
The original is one of the best
Oh, way better.
movies
The
I
original-
love. I
way,
love
way,
the
way-
original.
I really want to watch
Wait.
it. It's just so long. I haven't had time to sit and watch this.
It's not
in the last
bad.
5 years.
Compared to everything else, I think it's A.
I think the longest one on this list too. I think
So far.
so far.
So far. There's
Hey!
one that's longer.
They made fucking Road Warrior and fucking Road Warrior was like made in 1976 and then came over in the graphics, the visuals are way better. Yes. Yeah. Fucking 40 years of fucking cinema will do that shit for you.
I mean, it depends. You had, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Blade Runner B.
Instead of wrestling promos, Marco should be what was the name from Road Warrior?
What?
Humongous.
Humongous?
Humongous. Go kill.
Oh, that's from the Fury Road, you mean?
No, that was
that's
Road
the
Warrior.
Old school one.
Humongous.
All right,
Kid,
you're
and he
saying
throws the
I said A on
boomerang
this.
that kills the guy.
That kills what?
The
can't
kid with
hear
the boomerang.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was Road Warrior.
yeah. B, A, B, D, both Blade Runners are boring. Jesus Christ. See,
Wow.
This is the person you're with. It-
Got
this
some
is
takes.
using for your ass. This is the guy you
Man, you
got.
guys are harsh. That's
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're A, B, A, B.
Like I said, I can't wait to watch. I mean, I can't say can't wait. I do. Want
I would
to
say
watch it.
A.
I
If
just
chat
need
wants
3
to drag
hours
it down.
to
Yeah, I got
guess,
A. Matt, what do you got?
B.
Okay, what do you got? Single guy?
B.
Damn it, dude. It's a split. All right. Put it in.
I'm gonna say A, even though I haven't seen it because I want to watch it.
Very good. Put it in A. All right. Sounds good. All right.
I don't care what you guys say.
I mean, I think the movie was visually stunning, but the plot was
Yeah.
just boring as shit.
Oh, Paul, it's kind of boring. Yeah.
Villanueva.
Oh no, they kind of explained some stuff in the first one that common folk missed out on and didn't understand in Blade Runner, I guess.
But which version of the first one? Since
Oh,
they gave us
jeez.
like 3 different cuts.
Yeah, the docs. I never saw this. So anybody ever see Doctor Sleep?
This
Yeah.
movie didn't need to be made.
I
Like,
didn't
Yeah.
think it be made, but I really enjoyed it.
Unnecessary. It was.
The
Yeah.
Shining is such a masterpiece.
I mean, it was, but I enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Yeah. Try to vote just
feel
based
about
off of Doctor Sleep.
Didn't need to be made.
I give it a B. D.
C.
It was a
I
good
say
movie.
C.
Nah.
Right in the middle,
Yeah.
it's C.
In the middle, BC is fine by me.
I can agree
This
with
one.
that. I'm gonna take the B.
It
Though.
floats in the middle.
BC. Well, pick one, B or C.
B.
C.
He said I after I said B. I think though.
That's
No.
Did anybody
We're giving
actually,
that bump, Corbin.
I know.
America too.
did anybody actually watch this?
Not yet, because
I
I
can't.
don't want
I'm
to.
Yes.
off Point
I
America
started
too much.
to. And
I can't do it because if it's not good, I'm
It's
going to be
not.
so
It's
good.
not.
Can't.
It's
That's
not. It's not.
I
That's why I
hate to
said
break
Yeah,
start.
it. It's
I
not
refuse
good.
to watch it then. No.
You'll
That's the
start
thing.
and you'll be like,
I learned from watching Blues Brother 2000 that like when you make something as brilliant as like Coming to America,
yeah. No, there's no way. There's no way you can touch Coming to America for me. So I can't. I can't even. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
So
good.
what are we ranking it though?
I hate to give Eddie Murphy a trash, but it's freaking trash.
Is that bad?
Hey, yeah. I don't
It's
care.
bad,
You can trash Eddie Murphy after Pluto Nash. Anything after Pluto Nash is fair game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I give it.
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah, don't
Trash.
trash it up. All right. It's
I
getting
guess
trash.
so. People have spoken.
I haven't seen it. I'm not voting.
I
I
mean,
haven't seen it.
You
but
can
I
maybe be it's great. I don't know about it's great.
Eric, I hear
can
you,
say-
Eric. I can't do it.
I can see it being saved to a D, but man,
I
No,
I
there's a lot
can't
of
tell you
trash.
how much I love the first movie. This just seems like it's gonna just
Put it in
shit.
trash.
material.
Oh, dude, this is A to S tier, hands down.
The kid one?
Dude, absolutely. Yes.
People like the kid one. I thought it was
Well,
overly.
wait,
I
time
thought it
out.
was overly.
Hey, you guys are pulling some shit here because you should have put the girl one in.
No, that's a reboot.
That's a remake,
not a
not a sequel.
continuation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's a reboot. It's not the same thing.
Oh my
This
Yeah, we could've
continues
done
from the
reboots all
characters
day.
of the originals. They put Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray in the movie, but they weren't the same. They weren't Venkman and they weren't Stantz.
I
So
think
that's a
Afterlife
reboot. We can do a reboot
redeems-
list if you want.
Afterlife redeems what Ghostbusters 2 did to the franchise.
I don't think Afterlife needs to be made.
Oh, don't. Ghostbusters 2 is not that bad.
Oh, it doesn't compare to the first one.
No, it doesn't. But hey, come on. The Upper West Side.
The dancing Statue of Liberty. I'm good here. I loved Afterlife. I've seen Afterlife about 5 times, and it ranks right up there with the first one for me. So I'll take A tier, but I'd say it's A or
I
S.
say
for
A's
me.
fair. I'm with A.
Hey.
They got C so far, so you have to come up.
Ooh, excuse me. Well, I got.
I mean, it just the feels you get seeing Ivan
All right, there you
Reitman again. Like,
A, but there are a few B's out there. Well, except Marv got a C.
Yeah, put it in the B. Put an A then. Put an A.
I can give you guys the A.
This is S tier.
I
S
give
tier
it-
all day.
I
can't
did not
say
think it was
Maverick
this
nearly as
list,
good as it was.
fantastic.
I just found out it's a sequel, so I'm not gonna vote.
What?
What?
You've
You've never seen or heard of Top Gun?
No.
Are
The
you
guy at the
oh my-
library was telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Check out Top Gun." I was like, "Oh, okay. I heard it's a good movie, like an old one." He's like, "No, it's better. It's like the original." I was like, "Oh, there's the original," and then he stopped talking to me.
dude,
So
Corbin.
yeah, I'm not gonna vote on this, but I imagine it's really good because everyone who talks about it says
This-
it's really good.
This is probably one of the ones on. I don't know about. I haven't seen the whole list because I can't remember, but it's probably about the closest it comes to be better than the original. I don't know if it is, but it comes dang close.
Yeah.
For me, this movie was neck and neck with the original until the end, and the end pushes it over. And the fact
Yeah.
that there's an actual mission in this movie pushes it over for me. This movie is S tier all day, dude.
You mean
Is
the
it
Star
related to
Wars
Mission
mission?
Impossible?
All right,
Right.
stop. There's a lot of chats in there. Don't ruin it.
But no, I'm
not gonna ruin it, but I'm just saying I think it's S tier all day.
Yeah, this is entertaining. I for this list, it's definitely S. But even if it wasn't this list, I did enjoy this movie quite a bit.
Well, what? Get out of here!
You guys used.
I mean, I'm fine with an A, but
There you
for this
go.
list,
Here's your guy.
I'm good putting it up there.
Here's your guy. You used him with Fury Road, so here's your guy.
Yeah.
But he was right. Very good.
Yeah, he was right on one.
Yeah, I like
It's a
Fury
TV
Road.
show. What are we doing here?
Well,
TV
it's not because it's a TV show. This is purple, and I made him different because the last contact point was in the 90s. So that's why this is a stretch. But it started in the 80s.
But that's a
Jump Street started in the 80s.
TV show.
This
Not a
is
movie.
but
No,
was it a
it doesn't
movie or was it
matter.
a show?
I give
back
this an A, man. Honestly, I'd rather watch it over than
Yeah, this is a
half
I
of the
like
stuff on the
those-
list.
Yeah, but
And it is
Yeah.
a sequel.
then? I'd rather watch it over the new Ghostbusters, I guess, or something, right?
All
Probably
right,
was the
anybody
last good film Johnny Depp's been in.
Who?
You might be right there.
else? Who was? Who'd you say?
I said it might be the last good film Johnny Depp was in.
You might be
Oh.
right. So some of those Pirates ones.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of Fantastic Beasts, so
Oh yeah, he was not good in that Fantastic Beasts.
All right, C for 21. Funny as hell. I thought it was A too. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
thought it
think
was
it's
funny as
A.
shit.
I think it's funny. I watch
like
it every
that?
time it's on TV.
Yeah. A.
Well, you
All
had
right,
dick
put it
shot
A.
off. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, it's A. A all day.
21. It's like A or C. So we're putting an A. All
I
right.
wanted to put Creed, but I couldn't because of this fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
I this is A tier for me. I actually really liked Rocky Balboa.
I thought it was good. It was
You
at least
like-
B. At
you
least
like
B.
Oh, the second I heard this, that one sucked.
Dude, compared to some of
both
the
those
other
sucked.
dog shit
This-
sequels to this series, I
These are
like
one of the
Rocky
poor
I
Balboa.
thought Creed was good though. This one. Ew.
Yeah, 1 was great. Obviously, 2 was solid. 3 was good. And then you.
Oh,
I
4
don't know,
is a masterpiece.
Yeah, missed this one, missed the next one, and go straight to Creed.
Oh yeah, 5 was so bad.
Tommy
They-
Gunn.
dude.
Oh, take it to the streets.
yeah, that was
Five
ridiculous.
was so
Hit me
bad.
out, you. Take it to the streets.
Tommy the
One
Machine
more
Gun. Bro.
round, Tommy.
That guy stole my room.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
trash for me.
No, this one.
No, what?
This one left me feeling good when I left.
Yeah.
Here, we went and
Not
saw
good.
this. I
No.
was
Doesn't deserve
smiling. I
trash
thought it was going to be a
anywhere close to
complete.
I
thought it
give
was
it a
gonna be
D.
complete
I was
pile of
not
shit,
happy with it.
and it left me. I was smiling afterwards.
Now, the Rocky movies, I've watched several of the marathons because I
stuff-
love the Rocky.
The stuff in the basement speech is like pure Rocky. Like I love that part of it.
I think it was more
The way that it ended too, where it was like the bad guy, though he was
No.
fighting, ended up being like he got his own kind of like prove
Hey,
it
when you
redemption
saw the
story.
screen-
Oh,
it was
I
realistic.
forget.
Like, he didn't win-
You-
Rocky
what-
didn't
what
win.
happened? Did you get like an extra
It was
hot
good.
pocket day that you watched this movie and that way you're ranking it up to a B? Or
I'm just saying, I left smiling. I was
It's
like,
B
you know
all
what?
the way.
I
my
felt
book.
happy leaving the theater after seeing Rocky
I'm
Balboa.
not going to argue with him. I didn't even know this.
Wait, where are
was
we putting it though?
B. Chat has it in B. Put it in B. There's like
All right, that's fine by me. I'm good with that.
I
I'm going
guess.
RIP. All right. Really?
This
That's
is freaking horrible.
Yeah, trash.
Yeah.
I
Except-
only watched 2 minutes of this, so
I
I only
will say this
like
is a
that.
D because of Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
The Hemsworth scene makes this a D.
he pulls it out of the trash, just barely.
I'm not quite sure I saw
Yeah,
the him.
yeah.
Scene. Like I didn't watch this
Just,
whole
just him just posing with the bulge,
True-
I guess. It
True
was just
confession though,
hilarious.
of all these movies, I secretly like Vegas Vacation second best. I don't know why, but
I'm a fan of Vegas Vacation.
I like
Nick
the
Papa
Nick Papa
Giorgio
Giorgio
is great.
storyline.
Yeah, I'll go D then.
D,
'cause I
yeah,
think
D. I'm not
Christian
saying this is a
Applegate-
great movie.
The
It
the
is not.
Hemsworth stuff's funny, and then him
It has
trying to
this-
it's pretty
explain
rough.
him trying to explain a rim job to his son. Is
It has
pretty
its
funny
moments,
too,
though.
but
Make
I
you
forgot
chuckle,
about the
but
rim job.
yeah.
D.
gonna give you a good
D-
old
D
good night
work.
rim job.
Putting D.
no.
All right.
All right, D works. I'm fine.
Trash.
This is A for me, dude. I secretly loved Bill and Ted Face music. I'm not gonna
Wait.
lie, like I loved Bogus Journey. I,
I
loved
was going to
Extra
ask
Adventure.
you, did you love Bogus Journey?
I did, and I love Face
That's
the Music.
okay. That's why I can see your love for this.
This was the most unnecessary sequel maybe on this list.
Yeah, but I think it was supposed to be the most unnecessary sequel. Once
But
again.
just make like a remake or something. I don't
No, I don't know. Yeah, their daughters.
definitely not trashing. I think
good.
it's in the C range, but still.
I can put it in C. Because you know what? I'll still get enough
Fine.
smiles and just remembering and reminiscing and thinking of the
Alex Winter got his paycheck.
Yeah, I
Dude.
thought Alex Winter was dead. I think he's only done Bill and Ted and Lost Boys.
He puts his
All
Been
right.
anything else?
back, man.
Anybody gonna deny the C? A, B.
I
at work?
think
I give it a C, but I also don't know what it is.
All right, I'll go with C.
I'm
I think it's
I'm
lower,
on
but-
board for a C. I think Lost Boys needs a partner. Lost Boys is lonely.
Yeah, put
Lost
C.
Boys is ranked too high. It's C.
Too
Strip
high.
DVD.
Oh,
Ashley,
wait,
you
that's
were
right.
right.
That's the Lost Boys sequel. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's the original.
I mean, all the Evil Dead shit's fucking great.
This was great.
Oh,
Right.
this was fantastic.
I don't
I'm
know
not
if there
going to
was.
push for S, but
Yeah.
I'll push for A.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's great. Oh yeah, it's probably not as good as the original, but the
no.
movie.
That
It's
morgue
a high bar to
scene,
clear. It's a high bar to clear.
dude, that morgue scene where he's fighting inside the cadaver with the dong just kind of swinging around, that was hilarious. I don't think I laughed that hard in a long time.
Hey, Corbin, do you know about Ash in the Evil Dead in Army of Darkness at all?
No, well, I think there was a comic I read that had like Freddy or something in it.
Oh, jeez.
Like, was it Freddy and Jason or something?
Yeah, Corbin probably only knows the remake of
Yeah,
Evil Dead.
so you
I
need
didn't even
to
know
go-
Army of Darkness was related, but yeah, I'm learning today. This is a good show.
This is one of the only franchises to get praises for making the same exact movie 2 times in a
Two
row.
times. Exactly.
Yeah.
Next to Star Wars.
Wait,
No,
how's this
it's
part
really
2?
good because it's like
Well, because we
it's
did
like-
it again.
They did S. Okay, one guy keeps hitting S. Okay, so
Oh, that's Kenneth.
did you see how like the one on the left, they kind of took the romance novel of the 1970s and 80s.
Yeah.
Like a spoof.
Yeah, like at one point he ends up in like the castle era, and he's like down.
No,
the
we're
hall.
not doing it off of Army of Darkness.
I know, but I'm just saying, like in general, I think he needs to watch Army of Darkness. You should watch Army of Darkness.
Oh, Army of Darkness is pretty
Yeah,
funny.
for sure.
But I'm telling you, just something about Ash versus the Evil Dead that just it made me laugh. Like I
Yeah.
Yes.
every week I
Hey,
couldn't wait to see
He's
more.
fair.
goofy
He's more
No,
than
but
fair.
like out of this, I think Corbin. We need Corbin to watch Army of Darkness and then give us a full review of what he thinks.
Oh, that could work.
Okay.
And if this, you could literally watch that and not watch the others too. That's what's great about
Yeah,
Army of
yeah.
Darkness.
You don't.
You don't have to
you're
have
not
any
connected.
knowledge of Evil Dead at all.
He wasn't anyone not know evil.
And
because
like
he
Matt
was-
said, you don't need to watch Evil Dead and then Evil Dead 2. You can watch either because it's the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Good. Okay.
I mean, although, yeah, Army of Darkness is probably a better way to start.
start at Army of Darkness and then go
Yeah.
back and watch it. Yeah. All right.
The
Army of
one-liners alone.
Yeah, the
All right,
one-liners.
so
Yeah,
We're going for Evil Dead. Are we putting it in A?
I'm good with A. I like A.
He's
A.
good.
Yeah, I'll go A.
Tell you, show was hilarious. Hefe.
This is bullshit
S.
too. though. This is what you wanted to do. This is why we have this TV show bullshit here because there's supposed to be movies and the remakes, and now we're putting TV shows so that.
Why don't
Well,
you
they
just
continue
count?
the
They're
story.
a sequel,
Oh,
dude. It's still a sequel.
It's still
Yeah.
a sequel. It's picking up the story 24 years later.
You
Cobra
guys
Kai's
are
S all
bullshit
day.
here. This is why I was wondering why we had TV shows at the end of the shit. So we can do this. The whole
How's it not a sequel? Explain how it's not a sequel just because it's in TV show
This is what
form.
we're fucking doing now. Is we're just
So, yeah. Don't give me that you think Lost Boys 2 is more credible because it went straight to DVD. But our streaming show on Netflix
in the
is
title
completely
has
out of the
fucking
realm of-
movie. In the title says movie. This is a fucking streaming TV show.
It's
Yeah,
a sequel.
how is that any different than a
Listen,
straight to DVD
The
movie?
category was.
You got 3 movies of Daniel's story. We needed a Johnny story. Cobra Kai is a continuation. I'm gonna allow it.
It's even a
so
continuation
good.
of Daniel's story.
And I had
Well,
to put
yeah,
the Hillary
but-
Swank one in here. I had to do it.
Which is also a fucking offense to my fucking eyes. So please.
I know I had to do it because it exists. What do you want me
No,
to
you
do?
just did this because you wanted trash to end it out.
No,
Holy
no. What I really
This is
wanted to
not
do is I
trash.
wanted us to
Rated
cover
on
the
Cobra
reboot
Kai.
because the Jackie Chan Karate Kid with Jason, what's his name?
It's a
Will
remake.
Smith's son is ridiculous because they're not even doing karate; they're doing kung fu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
with
remake.
Will Smith's kid Willow. Now, I would
Jaden.
I could
Oh,
see how
Jaden,
you
that's right. It's not Willow.
whatever. I could see how I don't know what his fucking kids' names are. I could see how you could extend that and make that work. You didn't do that though. You didn't throw in some like, well, I know it's technically a remake. What you did was you came out here to try throwing this TV show because you love it and it's the most hit on video.
It's good
Cobra
because
Kai's
it's
bad.
I
entertaining.
understand that. I
It's still a
understand
sequel.
the most
Yeah.
views you've ever gotten on this channel is over a Cobra Kai video. So therefore, we had
That is
it
also true.
the fucking
That
tear
is
down.
also true.
I get that.
So Cobra Kai's an S,
Hey,
right?
oh,
Yeah,
We're just
There's
gonna say.
almost 10,000 views on that Cobra Kai toy
There
video.
you go. That's
What's
what
up?
he wanted to say. That's what he fucking wanted to say. So that's what we're doing now. This is what we're doing. We're doing
It's a
Cobra Kai.
sequel.
Thank you for whoever the guy who is that made that Hawk custom figure video that I got hooked up with.
Views on the Cobra Kai video. Okay, very good. Okay, so,
So still S.
Yeah,
it
where are
doesn't
we putting it?
Zero. It
S.
qualifies as non-relatable.
It's great.
Not
It's
a fucking
S.
movie. Does not qualify.
Just because it's not as good as Marco's
DNC. Does
Escape to
not.
LA. He's angry.
Doesn't qualify. The chat didn't even give you S's on that. The chat gave you B's.
What?
I'm listening.
I got one
I'm
B.
listening to the majority here. Out of the 5 of us, 3 of us are on board.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it a B.
It's a
You know,
TV
I
show. It's not
guess.
even a movie, though. It doesn't
I
qualify.
didn't know that. What's
It
your name?
qualifies.
DQ does not qualify.
I thought we were doing just movies, but
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you. Thank you. Everybody's
No,
confused.
who said movies? We said sequels.
Well, that's true. No, when we first
Sequel
talked about it,
movies.
last week, I thought maybe I was
Yeah,
under the
last
impression that it
week
was just
we did.
movies.
We
Because
did. last
remember
week.
I said Batman '89, which I don't see here yet.
Yeah, Batman '89, which you don't see here. Yes, thank you, Corbin.
Batman '89 is not.
They literally, hey Corbin,
Yeah,
do you see what
Batman
he did?
came out.
You see what he did? He changed
It's
the
not
scope.
really the
Yeah,
same. It's not
because if
picking up.
Batman came out in the
You go to that
'80s, then
fucking
the
video.
sequel. Yeah,
That's
wow, you're right.
No.
'cause I had said at the time I was like Batman '89 came out, so
Yeah.
Batman Returns, and I said,
Can you really do that? Because it's an
Yeah.
episodic TV show. There's no really continuation of it. All you
I
did was
mean,
take
you
the
would put
characters
that-
and
that
make a
movie
movie
did-
out of it.
That movie didn't
There's-
continue that
There's a
story.
continuation
Right.
of the television
That
show,
no.
not the
That
movie.
is a reboot. That's different. That's a reboot.
I cannot. Okay,
Yeah,
That's a
you-
reboot. That was we retold the origin of Bruce Wayne.
Yes,
That's a
but
reboot.
no. Batman '89 and Batman Returns is a sequel.
Boy.
Well, yeah, but there was only like 3 years
Oh, yeah.
difference between them.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it didn't
That's
matter. I
not
thought
what
we were
we're going
just
for.
doing.
No,
Well, that
Corbin.
would be a-
Oh yeah,
Narrative-
because Corbin, listen to this. Listen to this. I started the list just thinking of sequels from the 80s. Literally in 1990, there was like 10 part 2s. There was Gremlins 2, there was Die Hard 2,
I thought
there
we were
was
gonna
another
do those.
48 hours.
Yeah.
It was like Look Who's Talking 2.
Speed
like
2,
1990.
That'd be
Cruise
the longest
Control.
tier list ever.
Any sequel in the
You should add
world.
all those in. Yes. Because that's when Corbin was born. He was like,
And then
3.
that wouldn't work. It was only like a year or two. That's
what
not
I'm
the
saying.
same.
I was wondering if you go back and look at the tape. I'm like, why are we putting in Ash vs. the Evil Dead? It's a TV.
I mean,
show. And then all of a sudden we found
But it's
out.
not. It's a continuation
Exactly.
It's a
that
sequel.
story.
It's a continuation of the
Of a
story.
story.
You are not seeing the conspiracy here. The conspiracy is that he can bring up that he has one video on this channel that's got over 10,000 views, and
That's the
on Cobra Kai.
conspiracy.
I was the one that suggested, by the way, Karate Kid and Cobra Kai.
You're just dragging this out because you don't want to talk about my last pick because we go TV to TV.
What's the last? That's it. That's all we have here.
Oh, you don't have it? Oh,
No.
shit. Where is it?
See, it's
All right.
again conspiracy theory. I got it.
I
This
see
is
it. Saved by the Bell.
These are the guys. These are the guys you're listening to when you're like, oh well, you know, they can.
There it
break
is.
What the fuck is this?
What in the, is it TV? Wait.
Hey,
It's
motherfucker.
trash.
All the way.
When
Who
you
is that
wake up
guy
in the
who's
morning,
clearly not in college? Is that guy a teacher?
He's
There's like 30-year-olds.
Is
yeah,
it-
he's their
yeah,
he's
'cause
their
that's
like
clearly not a student.
dorm.
That's clearly not a student.
He's like their TA or their
Like,
their
who
like
is that?
No, sir. Good day.
guy that's in charge
Preppy.
of the dorm.
Preppy.
You're
Come on.
remaking a TV show. You just what you said you weren't doing. You just did it.
It's not a
You just did
remake.
Quit. I'm done.
You're
I'm
lucky.
gone.
I had Knight Rider in here too because they loosely connected that 2008
You're
Knight
lucky,
Rider to
you're
the
lucky we didn't
original
put
Knight
Fuller
Rider,
House in
but
there.
I cut that out
Oh,
No.
You're lucky
God,
the
Fuller
18
House.
movie's not in here.
because that was more of a reboot. I put that in the reboot category. But I did have the 18 on the list.
This tier list is made clear. Not nobody knows the true meaning between a sequel and a reboot.
That sounds like a good one. Yeah, I want to see Batman '89. Cool. Movies.
All right,
Yeah.
we're putting this in the middle. No, but
Originals. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Fucking TV shows. And loosely based and fucking Cobra Kai videos. What the fuck are we talking
How's
about?
it loosely based? It literally features the same character.
yeah, loosely
Well, I mean-
based, they're the exact same characters.
Where's the guy guarding the
And not
tower?
every character came back.
Where's the one that was the stripper? Where's the one that was the
This,
stripper?
what?
Well, stripper?
No, the one from Showgirls. No,
She's in there.
Oh.
She's right there next to AC
I thought
Slater.
you're still talking about Cobra Kai.
No, it was only AC Slater and
Yeah.
Spano might have been back. I can't remember.
She's right there. She's right there in the picture next to
Oh yeah,
him.
there she is. Yeah,
Yeah.
duh. Oh yeah. What are we talking about?
Should have a remake.
Yeah, they're
No.
the only two that came back.
Where's Mike Golick?
Yeah, Golick didn't make it. College
Remake.
years didn't continue.
Continue on.
It's a remake.
Where's
All right.
Leia Rimini? She was in the.
Look, Zaggy's all over this one.
Obviously, one of the worst tier lists we've ever done before. So
Right,
there we
Ryan.
go.
Okay, Kenneth. I hear you.
Fine. I guess I'm not welcome back on the tax show anytime.
Hey, I thought about Predator, but that was another one from 1990. Predator 2 came out in 1990.
You guys did.
Wait, what? It was part of wasn't that-
Speaking of that shit, then where's fucking Firefly? If we're gonna do all this,
Yeah,
fucking-
we're all the good ones. Yeah, I
There's
didn't
what?
realize that.
Where's what? What's Firefly?
Guys, it had to be years apart, and the first one had to
But
be.
we
in
didn't
the
say it had to
80s.
be years
It's pretty
apart.
close.
That's
Yeah.
when did the-
qualified.
when did the years
Fucking
apart come
Firefly.
in?
Because it came from the movie you had no idea existed, Top Gun, having a sequel 30 fucking 5 years later.
Oh,
It had to be a length of time.
It was a
That's the
length
whole
of
point.
time. That's
Where's
what was.
Firefly? Let's see Firefly.
That's why Pete was putting the years on there. Now.
I kept
Firefly.
wondering why he kept doing that. I'm like, okay.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Wait a second. Why are you bringing up Firefly?
Yeah, does Firefly have a movie in the 80s that I forgot?
Yeah, well,
about?
how does that go back to the
We're doing
80s?
fucking Saved by the Bell TV shows with TV shows.
Because
you
Saved
mentioned
by the
Saved by the
Bell,
Bell
the
is from
TV
the
show
80s.
started in the
Early
80s.
90s,
Put all the
yeah.
fucking rules out. No, but some of these weren't in the fucking 80s. This shit in the 90s.
No, it ended
No.
in the 90s, but started in the 80s.
He put the
I
date of the
concede
last
fact
one in
that
the
it crossed
franchise and then
decades.
the links
Word
between.
fucking salad. It's
That's
like
why
just
they're
throw
purple.
it until you fucking
That's
make
why
it
they're
stop.
purple. Because they crossed borders of the decade, but they started in the 80s. That's
Yeah,
why Rocky Balboa is
Thank you.
there. Because Rocky 5 happened to be in 1990.
TV to movie. Let's go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Rocky
but it's
started in
not
the
decades
70s. We want
apart.
to start getting real critical.
Elizabeth Berkley was a stripper, yes, in striptease. Yes. All right. So what there's shit in the 70s there. What are we doing? You guys,
That's what I'm saying. It started in the 70s, but
Started in the
somebody's gonna
70s.
look at this list on Tier Maker and be like, these fucking what is this shit? Okay.
this shit was fun. That's what it was.
Rules are rules. Yeah, rules are rules. Just make the shit up as we go. Thank you.
Hey,
very much.
look at this
Yeah.
one. This is like the most trash-heavy tier list I think I've ever
Exactly. Look, but it still seems balanced. Look at that. Look at how many A's are in this trash list.
As the trash movie tier
seen. See,
list.
Marco's just upset because we started from Escape from LA and it didn't make it into S.
No,
He's still salty.
No. I'm not
Still salty about it.
Actually, all the picks that I liked, I got into positions I needed them. So
Except for Lost
What are you
Boys.
complaining about?
they're straight to DVD. No, I'm because you guys put shit in there.
No, I'm doing a Last Crusade line there, which I thought I could use because Last Crusade was 1989. And
Hey,
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Corbin, you see what we're putting up with? It's asterisks after asterisks after asterisks. You guys are putting asterisks after every fucking thing.
Not every, just the purple one. I even
TV
fucking
shows
made the
with
purple.
sequels every 7 years. No, I'm playing.
I'm a little disappointed that Corbin has seen Batman '89, but he hasn't seen Top Gun.
Yeah, that's
I'm a comics guy.
Matt, it's
I
not
don't
even
know.
he didn't see Top Gun. He didn't know Top Gun existed.
Right? Yeah,
Until recently.
dude.
That's why I was shocked by all the hype. I'm like, okay, why do we care about this Top Gun like airplane movie?
Hey, you know what the best part is? Corbin goes, some old dude came up to me at the library. I'm thinking, that motherfucker's talking about a 38-year-old.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, no,
He's pushing all of 35.
Yeah, it
He
was
was like
Henry
in his
Cavill.
50s.
He's too old for Superman.
old
Talking about this Top Gun movie.
Grandpa was over here telling me about fucking Top Gun. They
You
go,
should
yeah,
watch it.
80 fucking 2. So what
Nah.
82 was he?
Shout out to his name
You're
is
sitting
John.
here. You're
He's
sitting
like,
here.
let's go
Batman.
years old,
back and
like
listen to
6'7".
Kenny Loggins, old man.
You want to talk about
6'7".
Batman
Yeah, he's
forever
huge,
and
man.
the
I'm
Schumacher
the only one he
Batman
talks
being
to.
your favorite? And dude, this is like Val Kilmer greatness in Top Gun.
Wait, Top Gun.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's not gonna talk.
Val Kilmer's one of my favorite Batman. Yeah, Robert Pattinson's up there now, but Val Kilmer did an
Val
amazing
Kilmer,
job.
it's right here. This and Tombstone, right below it, not far, is Real Genius.
Oh no, Real Genius is hot, dude.
What? No, I'm saying, and then maybe Willow.
No,
Yeah.
it goes. No, it goes. It goes.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's pretty good in Kiss Kiss Bang.
Yeah,
Bang.
that was pretty good. I
Yeah,
watched
those
that.
three, but
I
no,
accidentally
but,
did.
but still, Doc Holliday and Iceman are right there. I
think
love
Real
his Doc
Genius is
Holliday.
right there, too. Like you got to get that up there. Okay.
So greatest tier list ever. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
This is the worst. There's no rules in that tier list. It was a junk list.
There was rules. I color coded
No, you
them.
kept no. This is the thing. You guys kept going like, I
Pete's
think
taking
we're
this personally now.
as you fucking see, we're nitpicking. You called me out, said I'm nitpicking when I'm like, no, this is actually the way.
That was
Okay, fine.
this
General-
guy saying
And
nitpicking.
then what you did was you took the tier list and you fucking nitpicked the shit, put asterisks.
That's not nitpicking. It's factual.
Yeah, it one.
But guess
One,
what?
it's factual. Two,
TV
give me
show.
something that I missed. Tell me something I missed. I'll take that. I'll take that heat. If you tell me, like, how the fuck did you not have this on the list? You tell me what I missed.
Listen, I think it's the best tier list to date on this show because everyone kept on point. Nobody strayed off about salad bars or fucking whatever, dude. Like it was what it was. You were given straight facts about why you liked or didn't like the movie. There it is.
Till the end when they ruined it.
That's
All
a
right.
very good point, Matt. We did keep it on point this time.
Hey, cheap sex streamers recommends. Okay.
Strangely, we kept it on point. It still took like an hour,
Yeah, well,
but it was still fun.
He wears a dress for a while. He did actually.
That's fair. Zen, fair. That's a fair comment.
It's
Maybe
true.
we'll rank. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll rank movies of Batman's, like what their best movie is. So we'll take
Ooh.
Keaton, we'll take Kilmer.
Hey, we can put Willow on the next list. I mean, TV show, 80s movie, TV show. Make
Yeah,
Marco
once it comes
happy.
out, I mean, we had Beetlejuice is coming out.
I don't
There's
want all
so
the
many
fucking
things coming out.
Beetlejuice, yeah, Beetlejuice coming out. We'll do this again, maybe.
Because then all of a sudden it's gonna be TV made for TV movies. You guys are gonna be putting in there.
No, we're
You
gonna,
got a straight to DVD movie.
we're just gonna do the '90s until now.
if you're doing like the greatest movies these Batman have done, why wouldn't a TV made for TV movie make it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a sequel.
it's still something they've done.
Yeah, but I'm saying like a
Yo,
three-part.
because I defy you to tell me a better acting performance from Ben Affleck than that made-for-TV shit where he was on steroids way back in the day. So we're talking about Batman doing other movies. That steroids after school special that Ben Affleck did was his best performance ever.
There's no argument. It's Joe Gunn.
I don't know. I think he's pretty good in Gone Girl, and there's some other movies that are
Nope.
he's pretty
I'm
good.
telling
in.
you, I gotta find the name of this after-school special. You watch? That's fantastic. He was.
I mean, he was the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
That was the day. That was the day your mom gave you a whole box of good health bars, and you ate them all. And it was the strawberry ones, and it was great, and the good humor bars, and that's why it was the best after day. So yeah, is this what we're doing with?
Facts.
He's spitting facts, straight facts.
Go back and read what AOA said in the chats, and if that's the guy you're fucking hanging your hat on, good day, sir. Okay, because like no.
I mean, the
He
town.
actually-
Yeah.
Top Gun, both Top Gun movies are complete trash. AOA quote, and then goes,
He
Pete.
can be wrong about certain things.
No way.
He can be wrong about certain things. It's all right.
Dr. Detroit sequel. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I would love to see a Dr. Detroit
Like,
sequel.
that's so good. Dan Aykroyd, Dr. Detroit. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'll even deal with Fran Drescher again
God.
because
See,
she
like
didn't
that,
do the voice.
dude. That's what we should do. We should do movies like that, like fucking weird ass movies like that. Flash, Chinatown,
Cult movies?
like yeah, those fucking
Movies
the
that
first-
deserve a sequel.
Escanaba and the Moonlight needs a sequel.
What's that?
Nobody in this is probably. I think Marco would have seen it, but I don't think anybody else in this
What's
would have
that?
seen him. It's greatness.
I didn't know what we didn't.
What
hear you
movie?
said.
Escanaba and the Moonlight.
Hmm.
I actually don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, that one I don't know. Or at least I don't think I know.
Who's in it?
It's Jeff Daniels. It's like a very cult classic Jeff Daniels movie. He filmed in his hometown in Michigan.
It's the one where he filmed here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for
Pre
mine.
Dumb and Dumber days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like 2001, I want to say.
Oh, well, 2000. No, that's after
So it's
Dumb
after
and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. But
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Pick a decade and put all the cult classic movies in from it.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, because I want to see a sequel to Dr. Detroit.
Dude, Dr. fucking Detroit. Have you guys seen
There's
Dr.
plenty of
Detroit?
movies I like to see a fucking sequel to. I want to see another Last Dragon if possible.
Last Dragon.
John rips it apart.
Did I tell you guys that's what my brother sent me for my birthday? He sent me one of those cameo videos from Timac, the star from of Last Dragon. That's what he sent me. I got a birthday wish from Bruce Leroy.
Nice.
Thanks again to my little brother. He knows me well.
You
What was the
really
name of the bad guy? I was basing on it now.
Oh, show enough.
Sure enough.
I think he might have passed.
Warriors too.
Yeah.
That's another cult movie. Warriors. I love fucking Warriors.
Oh, Warriors is awesome.
Yeah.
Warriors.
That's an underrated game. That's a fun video game.
That game is good, yeah.
Dude, that game is fun.
JJ, wasn't that made by the people that ended up making the Walking Dead stuff? Or was
The
it made by
Warriors? The movie or the game?
the game? Or was it
Game.
the PlayStation?
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Tales, or was it the team? Was it the team that did? It was Epic that did Godfather and all those sequels.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, The
Mhm.
Godfather was a fun game too.
Fun game
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Godfather was basically a Grand Theft Auto. If I remember right. But-
Wait, was
Or no, I'm thinking of Mafia.
Godfather, or was it Mafia the one where you had to go and collect the old Playboys?
That's
think it
a
was
side
Mafia.
mission. That's probably Mafia.
Mhm.
Anyway, but still, Godfather was fun. But the Warriors was a fun ass game.
Both Warriors video game and like whenever me and one of my brothers, my youngest brother, whenever we find Warriors stuff, we buy it for each other and give it as gifts.
Fucking A,
Like
Sally.
I've got like 20
Warriors,
of it. I've got like 15 DVDs. Got the combo pack. I've got the games. I got a bunch of the same game. He's got a whole stockpile of the shit, dude. Like, it's amazing.
Can you dig it?
Jack.
And it's got the oh god, everything's great.
Oh, the baseball fury, the whole
Baseball
thing,
Furies.
dude. The
Oh.
fucking movie is set up like a video game. Like they got to go through levels to get home.
Absolutely,
It is a video game.
It is. It's fucking. The movie's a video game.
Suckers.
Oh,
Anyways,
man.
yeah.
But we've gone well over. Well, not well over. We've gone over 3 hours. I think we've
killed it. Yeah,
Good
we
time.
thank you for everybody showing up.
we can keep talking movies for
Make sure you guys turn to
fucking
Absolute Geek.
days.
I know one of us is coming over soon, and then both of us may be coming over to Absolute Geek or somebody.
Nice.
Yes.
Crossover. Yeah, we're trying to make it out there, but
Yeah, we'll put links below, so make sure you go and check out Absolute Geek below. Go sub.
Thank you for that shirt, Corbin. And I know why you're a single guy still.
What do you mean? It's just cool, isn't it? It's
Oh,
chivalry.
Corbin, I still got to send you that shirt that I've been meaning to send. I haven't sent anything out. Even the fucking prize winners that won the.
Oh wow! Oh, I didn't know. I was looking every day for the bill.
Dude, I fucking because I got a new printer, but I haven't set it up yet. So
Oh,
I got to
gotcha.
set that shit up.
How you gonna make fun of Corbin? Looks like he just walked off shooting 18, ready to podcast, man. You know?
Oh my gosh, this is my work stuff. Sorry, guys.
That shirt has got me tripping out over here.
It's cool, isn't it? Anyway, now I'm thinking. I thought when I had tested, I was like, "Is it me or is it the camera?" But no, it's the
Hey,
shirt.
remember those? It's like that. What Mallrats where the dude's looking at the fucking.
Oh
shit
yeah,
for-
yeah.
Magic Eye.
Willem,
yeah.
It's a dinghy.
you
You
dumb
stupid
bastard.
idiot. Yeah, it's
It's not a
It'd be like-
schooner. It's a sailboat.
When those things were like really popular, it took me forever to figure out because I'm blind in one eye. I can't do it. Like I tried. Like I was literally like I was like Willem from Mallrats because I was like look at him for like ever. I was like, I don't see it. What the hell is wrong with me? Like and like 2 years later, I was like, oh, you have to have vision in both eyes to actually see the
Well, yeah,
image.
Yeah, that would
Do
probably
you know
help.
anything about what we're talking about here? Or no.
No,
No,
No.
Mallrats.
You don't know
No,
Mallrats?
I've heard of Mallrats, so I've heard of it. Yeah, it's
LaFleur.
What?
Stink Palm?
On the floor.
No.
No, sorry.
Palm is where he-
Mallrats came out in the '80s,
An
right?
uncomfortable place like the back of a Volkswagen? That means
Yeah.
nothing to you.
I actually have those blueprints hanging on my wall, signed right on the other side of my computer.
Is it
Really?
really? It's a Kevin Smith thing?
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
It is.
There you go. Okay.
movie because they're looking for.
That was
comic
his second
Green
movie?
Hornet. I watched that.
Yeah, it was his second after Clerks.
Yeah, and then he did Chasing Amy. He actually came to Rutgers when I was at Rutgers. He came to Rutgers, and I saw it screening there with him.
That's what they call it. Look up Magic Eye posters, Corbin, and then you'll get all our jokes about your shirt.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
That con was rough, man. Set
Yeah.
my dating life back so far, but moving on. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all good.
There are other ways to meet women.
I got
than
a
speed
shimmery
dating in a
shirt now.
Comic-Con.
Just like a pumpkin patch.
I mean,
Pumpkin patch.
I watched
Yeah.
that not that long ago.
library, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Like libraries, there's good girls there. Or this place I'm going tonight, the Miss Black Awareness Rally. Shit, there'd be some fine looking women there. Coming to America.
Whoa, easy there, Brooklyn. I don't think BK. I don't think Master of the Universe erases all of Smith's work. It wasn't good, but
Oh, that Masters of the Universe? Yeah, no.
you give it a break, PK.
No, Coming to America. The original Coming to America. Anyway,
Not two.
Wait,
Not coming to
Either way,
America.
not two. When
Not two.
Eddie Murphy's asking from not Mighty Cuts, Mighty Sharp. He's like, "Where can I find the nice women?" He's like, "Well, you go to a library. There's good girls there. A church." You don't remember that? No.
Yeah, wait. I remember Coming to America, like the scenes, bits and pieces.
You remember? See, I can probably do every fucking line of dialogue in that
They
movie.
were at the
if you
basketball
wanna sit
game,
down
and they
do
were
it.
at the McDonald's knockoff, and Samuel Jackson was in it.
I'll knock off. Yeah. Oh my god. And the
Dude, I'm just telling you.
Mac-
Feed me a line. I'll tell you what
McDonald's.
the next line is. You
McDonald's.
see here, I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on fries. Then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager. That's when the big bucks start rolling in. No?
Oh, wait, that's from the movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking that's from the movie. Yes. That's
Oh,
from Louis Anderson right
I
there.
was like, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was in
Rest
it
in peace,
from
Louis.
Family Feud.
Yes, rest in peace, Louis Anderson.
from Family Feud. Yeah, I
Did you
remember him.
did you know like from that song "Gold Digger" from Kanye West? Like when he's
Jamie
like,
Foxx. Yeah.
yeah, when they're doing that part where he goes, "Now you're washing dishes. Now you're gonna move to fries." It was taken. He actually got his inspiration from.
Oh wow.
Coming to America.
Look at y'all. This has been very informative. Look at us. Okay.
True.
Oh
Thank
God,
y'all. Thank
I
y'all.
think that was Sam Jackson's first movie.
Yeah, I think so. Right? I don't.
Louis
Yeah.
Anderson. What's the name of that show Louis Anderson had? The TV show, the cartoon.
Which one?
Louis?
One where he played the
Was it
mom.
Louis?
I think it was Louis.
The one
Oh,
where he
no,
played Galifianakis'
It's
mom. Was,
yeah,
Buck-
it's called
Baskets.
Baskets.
Baskets. That's it.
And then what was the one? Remember Bobby's World?
He
Remember
had
Bobby?
Louis. Oh yeah, and he had
Yeah,
Bobby's World was
Life
Howie
with
Mandel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
He had
Howie.
Life with Louis, which was his cartoon.
Life
where he
with Louis.
voiced
There
like
you go.
everyone.
Louis, Life with Louis. All right, cool. Good job.
See, I'm telling you, I can keep doing this all night.
No, we're going.
You sure?
See y'all later. Thank you. Yeah, we got
I'll
nothing.
do a
else.
Captain America line for you. I could do this all day.
Oh,
Oh, Pete. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Well, I didn't give you a That's America's Ass.
end it.
Oh,
That is America's ass.
I'm done.
End it.
If you fucking guys thought I knew comic books, I know fucking movie lines from a specific time frame of years.
I can do Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
No.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
You're
That's
a
why
Lebowski,
Superman-
Lebowski.
See y'all later.
It's my
That's why
21st
Superman-
birthday. Do you think perhaps just once I can use the bathroom by myself?
Rug really tied the room together.
What we're
That's
doing.
why Superman works alone.
You think there might be a lot of single dudes. Hey, Corbin,
Some-
phone. Never gonna
I
find a
always
lady.
assumed that you had sex
Huh?
with your bathers.
Nice.
I know I do.
Oh my
Is that a marmot?
God. Hey, thank you for everybody.
Ah, vomit.
I just going through the